4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, another cock up there. I think.
Oh man, that was the longest. That was the longest 5-second countdown ever.
You know what? I'm hoping. I really am hoping that came out. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we're now here. We're live. It is Always Physical, episode 3, your monthly hub for all the announcements for the previous month. Yeah, that's right. As usual, my co-host is Eastwood for Life fan himself, Carlos. How the devil are you, sir?
We are good, and yeah, I mean it's great to have 2 new guests heading the Irish Mafia.
Oh, indeed, indeed. And who are our guests, Carlos?
Yeah, so yeah, I think in the blue corner, from the Republic of Ireland, in the Dublin area, he is the walk-in advertisement for Guinness. With a name like Physical Media Lives, it was only time that we was going to have Alan Meggs from Physical Media Lives, and I think he fits well in the Always Physical Media. Mr. Alan Meggs.
Evening, everyone. Nice to be here.
And in the red corner, from the Northern Ireland, actually losing his live stream cherry, his virginity, first time on a live stream. We always thought the Man of Steel was Superman, but really the original Man of Steel, Mr. Steelbook himself, MadMarty Movie Reviews. Welcome.
Thanks very much for having me, guys.
Yes, you are both. Sorry, mate.
It should be good crack.
Oh yes, definitely. It is a pleasure to have you both on. It
Thanks,
really,
Mike.
really is. Hopefully tonight should be a really good 2.5 hours of movie talk. But before we even get into that, we are going to head to the comments. See who is out and about. And first up, we have Collector Adam. He says, "Good evening, gents. Hope we're well. And here's to another great stream."
Top man.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us, mate. It is a pleasure to have you here, as well as this fellow from Liverpool. Good old Andy from Forgotten World of Movies. He says, "Evening, chaps," and he's asking how we're all doing.
Hey, Andy.
How you doing, mate? I hope you are well, my friend.
Yes,
and we have from the other side of the water, we have Jeff himself, 101 Bronson. He says, "Good evening, gentlemen."
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hope you're well, mate. And we have Steve here.
Mr. Court.
Yes, good old Steve Cole. He says, "Evening, boys. How we're all doing. Big welcome to Marty on the live stream." Yes, indeed. And a big welcome to you as well, Steve.
Steve, some guy as well. He's contacted me a lot recently. He's got he has some great knowledge of films.
Yeah, top-notch guy.
Good guy. Good guy.
Oh, really is.
Got a hell of a delivery today as well.
He did.
I've shown him off.
I bet. Right, the other comments there are just saying hello to everyone. But yes, hello to everyone in the comments. You are always welcome here for all movie chat and talk about the latest physical announcements, of which the first one, and I have lost all of my notes. I have lost every single one of my notes, and that is how well it's going to go. So I'm just going to wing it.
Yeah.
Yes, and the first one is, so we'll do the arrow ones first of all. There is a couple here that I have somewhere. Here we go. The first one is, of course, Nightbreed on 4K. Now, this has two cuts. It's got the theatrical and sadly not the Cabal cut, but another cut. I think it's the director's cut, I do believe. Yeah, what can be said about this film, really? Clive Barker's Nightbreed, about a guy who basically stumbles across, well, demons and people living under a crypt. I haven't seen the film in absolutely ages, and I've got the Shout Factory 4K, so that's not going to be one for me. But Alan, Mr. Meggs, is Nightbreed for you?
I'm not sure, Mike. I've read a lot of Clive Barker's books, and I've yet to see any of them really adapted well for film.
Yeah.
I prefer Hellraiser, to be honest with you, to Nightbreed. Actually, there was a comic book done of Nightbreed and Hellraiser teaming up together, which I have somewhere, but don't ask me to find it. That'll take me till Christmas. But I really enjoy. See, it's the problem when you have books and you really get into them and you enjoy them and you get into your own head what this thing looks like and what it feels. And to me, the film's just never really delivered on it. It's a nice looking package, but you know, when you get a bit older as a collector, you have to realize you can't keep buying shiny things because they have a nice package. You've got to actually want to watch the film as well too. So look, we'll have a look. If it's reasonably priced, as someone we all know well would say, maybe we'll have a look at it. But I don't have fond memories of the film. I enjoyed Hellraiser a lot more.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. That really is understandable. I must admit, I enjoyed Hellraiser a lot more myself. As I say, I don't remember much of Nightbreed, but yeah, no, that's absolutely fair enough, mate. What about yourself, Marty?
I'll probably will be picking it up. I haven't seen it in such a long time. Like I can barely remember anything about it. But I do like Clive Barker stuff. I have, as you say, the Hellraiser big box set with Arrow done. That he knows the way the films went. They kind of steadily got worse, more or less, instead of getting better. But it's worth having them all. But I do like a look at the edition. Arrow's editions they're so nice. And I'm not sure if I'll be pre-ordering it, but I think I'll still be pretty much interested in picking it up.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair enough, mate. It really is. I think it might actually be the same kind of setup as their original Nightbreed release on Blu-ray.
I don't think they didn't change the artwork at all. It seems to be exactly the same.
No.
And that's what a wee bit lazy of Arrow, but
yeah. Oh, definitely.
It's probably why I'm going to pass, because I already have the Blu-ray, and like Alan says, I much prefer Hellraiser. I mean, if they dangle the carrot and maybe change the artwork, that might tempt me. But no, I think I'll stick with the Blu-ray limited edition for me.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely understandable, mate. It really is. And of course, if anyone watching is going to pick up any of the titles or even pre-order the titles that we are mentioning here, please let us know in the comments, as we would love to see what you are going to pick up and how you feel about the films as well. What you like and what you don't like. You know, please. We love to read the comments about the films that we talk about. The next one is one that I'm sure that possibly 85% of the British and Irish public have probably already got, and that is the Dollars trilogy. But this is going to come in one handy box set, so you don't lose a title. And these are pretty much exactly the same as the singular releases, with Good, the Bad, and the Ugly having 4 discs, including Remembering Sad Hill, I believe it is. It's the same contents. It's just with a new shiny outer box. So, Alan, did you pick up the original releases of the Dollars trilogy?
Certainly did. I pre-ordered them as soon as they became available. What I am glad about is, though, I know a lot of people missed out. So I'm glad for them. They've got an opportunity now to get it into their collection. Just me personally, I prefer having them in individual releases.
Yeah.
I love walking by the shelf and seeing them sitting there. They're just fantastic, to be honest. And they're the definitive versions of those films now. They really are. You can't imagine anything better ever coming out. If I'm proven wrong, hallelujah. But I do know quite a few people that were very, very disappointed, and particularly when they did release them in more basic editions, they kind of felt they'd missed the boat. So I think that's what Arrow are good at, Mike and lads. I just think they do listen to their customers.
Mm.
You know,
yeah,
and they obviously look. People are disappointed here. Let's see if we can do something else. So fair play to them for that.
yeah. Oh, exactly,
Mm.
exactly. You know, I mean, there's many people who turn around and said, "Oh, I wish I'd have got them now," but hey, now they have a chance.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Marty? Did you pick up the original limited editions? I'm
Yeah.
assuming you. Yep, I can see you did.
They're there. Yeah,
Yep.
I pre-ordered them as well whenever they came out released. I knew
Cowboys for a cowboy.
they wouldn't last long. They would definitely go out of stock very quick. And
Yeah.
they're such amazing editions too.
Yeah.
And these were the first time I really got to see these films, because I was never watched them on TV or had never had any other physical media of them. So to get them at their best was and see them that way was fantastic. And those three editions are amazing. I know, as you say, a lot of people missed out on picking them up because they didn't expect them to go so fast. But they'll be happy to pick up this nice big juicy box set. Some people at the time wanted it to be kind of released as one big set, but I was glad they kind of released it separately, because it gave every film a kind of a bit of love for each other instead of this all in one. But I think it'll do well. Arrow are not stupid when it comes to they know what people want, and they'll definitely sell well.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I don't think I need to ask Carlos if he's going to be picking it up, because
the funny thing is, the funny thing is, I mean, I did get those limited 4K editions. I pre-ordered them, and initially when it came up, I literally thought, "Oh, this is just a cash grab. I'm not interested." But old habits die hard. I mean, I've got so many editions of these, normally with different sort of artwork from Germany, Spain, Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K. And it shouldn't really be dangling the carrot, but that kind of look on the box is tempting me, believe it or not. It really shouldn't, really, because I got that many. I think I got about 11 or 12 editions of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and like, do I need another edition just to stay there? I don't know.
Lucky 13.
I probably, it looks like it's going to be 13.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, I'm glad that it's out there for the guys who missed it. Again, at the same time, you'd think they'd try to do something a little bit different. Maybe even if it's just a feature or an interview, but I'm most likely to pick it up because, I mean, it's my favorite trilogy, and I don't normally double dip in movies, but the dollar movies, I've got quite a few editions, so yeah, why not?
Yeah, I've a feeling that within the next couple of days we're going to see. Guess what I've done, lads?
Yeah.
He's probably done it already.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be off to the side.
Yeah.
And bye.
But when you get a lot of the guys in the community, you've got so many Halloween editions. You've got editions of The Thing, Friday the 13th, and if you're such a fan of a trilogy and some movies, you don't mind having the same edition, especially if it's kind of different sort of looking editions. That's what tempts me more. If the editions that I had, I mean, I haven't done a video of my dollar trilogy collection, which is coming, then it kind of warrants for me to pick it up. I mean, if they all look the same, then I probably wouldn't have picked up so many editions in my lifetime.
Yeah. No, I must admit, I'm exactly the same with the Star Trek movies.
Yeah,
I really am. I've got the 2-disc editions when they came out on DVD with the slips. I've got the 4K box set of the first 6. I've got the 4K box set of the last 4. I've got the steelbooks of all 10. I've got the 4K steelbook of the motion picture. I've got the collector's set of the motion picture.
That's a lovely set.
Various VHSs. So yeah, I understand. I really do.
The funny thing is, you're not even guilty of buying them, because it is an addiction to your favorite movie, to your favorite franchise and trilogy. You don't mind them being there. So I'm most like, there's no point me saying no, because I got a funny feeling I will pick them up.
Yeah, you know what? I think we will as well.
Yeah.
We've got a funny feeling as well.
You know they're running a book in Arrow saying any day now Carlos is coming.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah. Put me
Oh,
down
that
for
makes
10. And so moving on swiftly to the next one, which is a Bob Hoskins film. And it is another re-release, but it is Mona Lisa on 4K. Now, I must admit, I have not seen this one whatsoever. I know this has got Michael Caine in it, I do believe, as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from what I can gather, it is in the same vein as The Long Good Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think this is one I'm going to probably pick up nearer the time because I do like British kind of gangster movies. And seeing as though I've never seen it, I think 4K is probably going to be the first time for me to take a dip in the Mona Lisa waters. Alan, would you pick up Mona Lisa?
Oh yeah, I'm all over that one, Mike. I got the Long Good Friday special edition Arrow did last year, which they made a lovely job of. They're two different films where yet people always seem to associate the two of them together. I guess because of the Bob Hoskins factor. But yeah, it's a really good film. As far as British gangster films go, he's been in the best of them. I'd say Mona Lisa is not quite as good as the Long Good Friday, but it's not far off it, to be honest with you. And Bob Hoskins, of course, who originally was supposed to be Al Capone in The Untouchables. So,
Right.
Yes.
you know, so yeah, definitely will get that for sure. I'll probably pre-order tomorrow. I got paid today.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the feeling. Oh God, Arrow and their pre-orders. Anyway, Marty, Mona Lisa.
I'll probably get this as well. It's a film I've only seen once, probably on TV. And I got the Long Good Friday. I actually only ordered that yesterday. It was on sale on Rareware for about, I think it was $12.50 or something for that
Very
4K
good.
special edition,
Wow.
It's very
which
good.
was a great deal, I thought, so I wasn't going to miss
bargain.
out. And I know Mona Lisa is supposed to be up there, not as good as Long Good Friday, but as you say, pretty good film. And Bob Hoskins is such a brilliant actor. He's just,
Yeah.
whatever he's on, he's fantastic. So I'll definitely be getting it.
Yeah, I have to agree with that about Bob Hoskins. He was even in something like Super Mario Brothers, even though it was it's a load of tosh, but that I like. He's just brilliant in it. No matter what he's in, he just brings his A game, and that's all you want from an actor, you know. And he just does it in spades. It's just a sad loss to
Yeah,
the movie industry.
too young.
He had to go into
Really?
therapy after Roger Rabbit, apparently. Because
Yeah.
he kept seeing the rabbit for weeks after he'd finished the film.
In his
I
dreams.
love that film.
Mm.
Yeah, I love that film. I really do. Anyway, Carlos, Mona Lisa.
Yeah, definitely will pre-order that one. It's a movie I've actually never owned, believe it or not. And controversially, I actually prefer Mona Lisa to The Long Good Friday. I've revisited the Long Good Friday. I got the Blu-ray Steelbook, which is probably a steelbook that maybe Marty might have because he's the steelbook collector. If
Not
not,
yet.
I'll be looking over his shoulder because Marty might be knocking on the door if he hasn't got the steelbook. But yeah, I always remembered Mona Lisa coming out on VHS and renting it out a few times. I think the main factor why I liked it so much is actually Michael Caine. He's actually playing the bad guy, which, you know, I always say it's a mark of a good actor when they can play the good guy and the villain respectfully. Michael Caine is fantastic in it. And obviously, the girl who plays the hooker in it, was it Kathy Tyson?
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's it's not so much a gangster movie, it's more of a seedy sort of movie into the London underworld, I would say. But yes, it's a very good movie. I never did get the Arrow set that they put the two Bob Hoskins movies together, The Long Good Friday and Mona Lisa, and I was almost going to pick that up because I saw it in my local CEX a couple of months ago, and for some strange reason, something was telling me don't pick it up. Voila, it's
There we are.
UK. So yeah, I definitely will be pre-ordering that one because I think it's a very good movie.
Michael
Yeah.
Caine was 93 the other week.
Yeah, wow.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
That's mad.
I know, and he's another great actor, Michael Caine.
All time great. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, definitely, especially in solos, thousands of them. That just reminds me of that scene in one of the episodes in Bottom, and Eddie does the impression. Wait till you see the whites of their eyes, lads. You know, they wouldn't want you to get their eyes closed. People
Mike,
know that.
Mike. In fairness, if you're going to do that, you've got to say not a lot of people know that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. Not a lot of people know that.
There you go. Perfect.
You ain't got the glasses, have you, Mike?
No, sadly not. I did have glasses that I used to use for reading and that, but I'll be buggered if I can find them. So I'll just go. Not a lot of people know that. So, yeah.
Nobody wears glasses like that, but Michael Caine.
Yeah, he's an icon for glasses, isn't he?
Yeah.
I love the Harry Palmer films.
Hmm.
They're really, really good. They're really, really good.
I've actually been tempted to get those because they're movies that I've never owned and I haven't seen for quite a while.
Yeah. Best one is $1 Billion Brain, I think.
I think they got set in Australia. Is it an Umbrella or?
Yeah, I think Umbrella have them. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Umbrella's done it, it'll be some set too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My first Umbrella delivery next month.
So
we expect the video then.
Oh, you'll get one. Don't worry.
Oh, marvelous, marvelous. And that leads us on to the last Arrow release, which is a US only release, and it is Blue Thunder. So it's basically all about the police in this high-tech helicopter starring Roy Scheider, Daniel Stern, and Dana Carvey, I do believe. Now, Blue Thunder is one of those films that I've tried to watch so many times. I've got about 40 minutes into it, and I've always turned it off. I don't know what it is. Yeah, so I'm half tempted to get it and give it another go and just see what happens, because I love police movies and especially stuff like with like high-tech gadgets and stuff like helicopters and stuff like that. So I might pick it up. I might pick it up. But what about yourself, Alan?
I actually love Blue Thunder, Mike. Absolutely love Blue Thunder. Wrote one of Roy Scheider's best films, apart from the one about the shark with the teeth problem. Never
heard of that one. Never heard of that one.
No, never seen that one either.
I loved it. There was actually a short-lived TV show. It only ran for about 5 or 6 episodes because Airwolf came along and basically pissed all over it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. I just I love gadgets, and there's kind of like an element of James Bondish sort of gadgetry about it, and it's cheesy crap, but good cheesy crap, if you know what I mean. So, and I think I used to get my American releases from Amazon US, but Marty will remember Universe of Entertainment that I mentioned to him about. I reckon they're probably going to do it.
They definitely have it up on their site anyway.
Yeah, they're a Spanish company. I sent Carlos the link to it there the other week as well. I'll send it to you, Mike. And they do all the American releases, and they're still expensive-ish, but not as expensive as Amazon US. And then you obviously don't have to worry about any tax or duty on them because that's already prepaid. So and I do want to get a lot of stuff off them because they do all the Kino Lorber stuff. I really want to get the Pink Panther films, but I understand there's a possibility of a Pink Panther box set though, maybe by year's end. So we might wait till then. But yeah, I'll be all up. Carlos and I have a mutual friend in Australia by the name of Conor Gray, who I believe turned somersaults when he found out it was coming out. He actually said to us a week beforehand, I wish they'd bring out Blue Thunder on 4K somewhere. And the following week, there it was.
There it was, yeah. I had it. He had that up on Facebook as well. When it came out, he was extremely happy.
Connor's very popular with the bus drivers in my area because, their summers are winter, whatever. So about last December. I was on my way into work on the bus, absolutely hammering it down. I was freezing cold. Next thing, there's a beep on my phone. It's a message from Connor. He's setting up the barbecue out in the backyard, like it's 90 odd degrees or whatever. Every farmyard animal in the area has been killed to go on this barbecue. I'm just looking at it, I says, you bastard.
Yeah.
And as I'm getting off, the driver says, what's wrong with you? He knows me. And I said, look at this guy. And he looks at it on his phone and he says, that guy's a prick. I hope he gets food poisoning.
Oh Lord.
I hope Connor's in tonight.
He said he was gonna turn up now.
Yeah.
Jeez, what time would it be in the morning for him? Like, God almighty.
Oh, okay, no, that's funny. What about yourself? What about yourself, Marty? Blue Thunder.
I love Blue Thunder as well. That was, and I love the TV series. Like this TV series, of course, was where I probably seen it first, really, and then I seen the film after that. Of course, as you say, Airwolf came out and destroyed the Blue Thunder TV series, but the film's fantastic. Roy Schneider's, you can't do wrong anyway. He's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
But Daniel Stern's brilliant in this. Like, he's one of his very early roles because he's so young in it. He's this young, gangly guy, but he's very, very good in it. And definitely going to get it. It's a must-own for me.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. What about yourself, Carlos?
Yeah, I think I'll be pre-ordering it. I do remember Blue Thunder being quite a popular VHS title back in the day. A bit like Marty, I actually watched the TV series first. I think that was on BBC TV, which I'm hearing is going to be getting a Blu-ray release in the States. So I would imagine they're going to probably release the TV series not long after. I do have the Blue Thunder movie on Blu-ray, so yeah, I mean, I do like Roy Scheider, so I think I'll have to get the 4K edition.
Yeah, I must admit, Roy Scheider was a cracking actor.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, I loved him in 2010. You know, I think that was a really good sequel, and he was just brilliant in it. I think he was Haywood Floyd. And that's another great cast as well. Just slightly off topic, but yeah, I mean, Helen Mirren, John Lithgow. You know, it's absolutely fantastic film and some great special effects in it.
French
it really is.
French Connection.
Yeah,
he's great. He's brilliant in that.
Yeah,
Marathon Man,
brilliant film.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is, before we go on to 88 films, there's only a couple of those releases, but we'll go back to the comments, and we've got Steve saying that he's going to pick up Nightbreed again, and that the director's cut is the way to go. He says it's not a great film, more of a great idea, but Cronenberg is decent and his mask is suitably creepy. Yes, I do remember the mask that he wears. It's even, I think, from playing the game on the ZX Spectrum, his mask is on the loading screen, and even on that, even though it's in like two different colors, two different shades of yellow, it's still creepy as hell. It really is. And he also says that he thinks it's unlikely to sell out, so could wait for a sale, which is fair enough.
That's fair.
Yeah. And we got Matthew Lombard wishing us a good evening, and that
Matt,
cheers for tuning in.
Thank you very much, mate. And he's wishes us all well, and best of luck to you, Marty, on your first live stream.
He's in good hands.
Yeah.
Matthew's he's a guy with some knowledge about film.
He's unbelievable, isn't he? It's really, really good.
Encyclopedia, just fantastic.
Oh yeah, he really is. And we got Jeff saying that the Dollars trilogy should have been a box set from the beginning. So he's already got the individual ones, and that they weren't initially going to do a box. Well, it wasn't going to be possible to do a box set due to rights. And he says at least the others will get a chance now. There's the comment. There we go.
Yeah. To be fair, that's personal choice. But the one thing I always admired Arrow for was when they delayed a couple of the releases because there was issues with the quality.
Yeah.
And, you know, rather than send them out and then us hearing those dreaded words, disc replacement program,
Yeah.
a few months later, they just said, no,
Mm.
hang on, guys, we just want to get it right. So 100% the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
Mm.
Easily. And we've got Gary the Blu-ray addict here saying, "Hello, gents, loving these streams." Well, thank you very
Hi
much.
there,
man.
Gary. Good,
Yes.
good guy,
Thank-
Gary.
Yeah. Oh, he is. He is. Thank you for tuning in. It
I
is
just-
really much appreciated.
I just started following him on Instagram recently. Jesus Christ, that guy's got some collection.
Oh, I tell you
Holy
what,
shit.
Oh Lord
there
Almighty!
is not an edition that he doesn't pick up.
Yeah.
Everything.
You know what, the funny thing is, he seems to get it from everybody before anybody else. And I think
Yeah, he has it first up. Always seems to be.
I think he must be in the know. You know.
You know what I reckon? Back of a lorry job. He waits for the lorry to go
I
past.
reckon
He
so,
says,
yeah.
he says,
I reckon.
"Give me
so.
a copy of Salem's Lot."
Whatever works.
Yeah.
Right, he gets
Rare, I'll
all
get an
those.
edition before he does. Anyway.
He gets all. He's great at picking up the American releases. So he gets them
Yeah.
very early.
Yeah. Well, Gary used to do a lot of the old sort of stinky tuna, sort of unofficial releases of movies that had never been actually released. A lot of the stuff on Netflix and stuff like that. It used to get me quite a fair few sort of movies, and he was kind of the known guy to get these sort of movies. But you know, yeah, he's helped me out quite a bit in the past, and he used to have a great channel as well. It's a shame that he's not making videos anymore.
Yeah.
He'd be
It
doing
is.
he would do it 24/7. The amount of stuff he has. He wouldn't be able to find any time for sleep.
You'll see in his last video, he's all withdrawn. Well, I've got the last film. Oh, shit, I've got a delivery. Oh, bollocks. Oh. And Steve says, if it's a film you love, double, triple, infinite dip, it's not an issue.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
No, that's fair enough.
No.
That is fair enough. But Jeff, on the other hand, says he's not into it, especially on the set. He says as much as he loves them all, but fair play to you, Carlos.
Can't help it.
But he does actually say that they should offer some sort of program, prove that you bought the singles and you get this as compensation. Then I'd half forgive him for doing the set. Now,
Well, they do a lot. They do a points program. So
Yeah,
they have a track of all your orders.
yeah, definitely. And he also says, or send the empty box for people who have the singles.
That's not going to happen.
No.
But you
No.
will see some people probably selling them on eBay after a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Etsy will do them.
Etsy special.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen many people break sets up and sell them off individually. I mean, the retro gaming sellers on there, they do it a hell of a lot. They'll get a compilation box, they'll break it all down into individual games, and then they'll sell those discs off with and the instructions on their own, and then sell the box on their own. I don't know why they do it. Well,
That's it.
They like-
plenty of
yeah,
that.
touch of the green.
It's an OCD thing with me. I just can't break sets up.
No.
You know, and you get some lovely posters, and you say, "Oh, that'd look fantastic on the wall." But I say, no, I'd have to break the set up, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah. No, I'm exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. So we are going to move on to, and they're all messed up. I'll sod it. Right, we're going to move on to 88. Just 3 releases that I've noted down, and the first one is a sci-fi film from, I think it's about 83. Produced by Roger Corman. It is Forbidden World, and it is a 4K Blu-ray double pack release with 2 cuts. Now, I've got a feeling this is going to be the same 4K transfer that Shout Factory released, I think it was a few months ago, which I bought, watched, and then promptly sold. It's not a great film. It's shit, actually. It's
What are you trying to say, Mike?
it's an Oscar winner. No, it's tonally for me. It's all over the place. The editing's all over the place. The scenes that don't make sense. Basically, it's a load of old shite. So yeah, I won't be picking this one up. But what about yourself, Alan? I can see Carlos going.
Nah, not my sort of thing.
Do you know what though? I do actually like Roger Corman, but only certain things. He did all those Edgar Allan Poe films with Vincent Price years ago, which I have a nice box set of. But he's done some awful shite as well too, to be fair. So I think I'll probably give this one a miss. He actually did a film with Fox, the Fantastic Four, I think mid-80s or something like that, which was never released. He shot it in about a week because Fox were in danger of losing the rights back to Marvel, so they just make a film quick so they could keep the rights, but never saw the light of day, so it's just buried in a vault somewhere. So he's just one of those guys, slap bang, wall up, throw a film together in no time at all, and out we go. And some of the stuff was good, but by and large, no, I'll give that one a miss for sure.
I don't blame you. I really don't blame you at all. What about yourself, Marty?
No, I don't think I'll be picking it up, but it's not a film I don't think I've ever seen. And your high praise for it is kind of just over the edge there. I was pretty close to thinking of getting it, but
Barry Norman just turned over.
Barry Norman special there. 88 Films will be contacting you because they're looking for you to promote.
Well, all I can say is if you want to see a bin, like a big black plastic bin, with a bin bag with a set of teeth on it, then you're well catered for, But
Doctor Who special.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even think he'll have the budget of Doctor Who. Maybe a budget of a bottle of Coca-Cola and a ton of Pringles. But
no, I'll be avoiding it anyway. It doesn't look like something I'll be very interested in.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. But hey, if there's people out there that like it and they're going to pick it up, then fair play to you.
Well, if 88 Films are doing it, they must know there's going to be someone picking it up because they have released some fantastic editions over the last few years.
Yeah. It'd be just my luck, though, that they turn around and say, right, now we're going to release Battle Beyond the Stars on 4K. Yeah, you would, and I've got the Shout Factory version. See, that's a film that I love.
Yeah, well, that's a great film.
Good movie. Yeah.
Waiting for it to come out over here for years on 4K, even on Blu-ray, never happened.
88 are a very, very strange company, though. It just you could never say with any certainty what they're going to release.
What they're going to release, I agree.
They did the American Pie films.
Yeah.
And then they shit on you like there's the first two lads in 4K.
4K
and by the way, we can't do the others in Blu-ray in 4K because we've run out of time. And fuck you anyway,
Yeah.
All bottom though.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I can see that Alan's got them on his shelf just there. So yeah.
You can get them here just you can see them the red bottoms.
Oh yeah, I can just I think the only one I'm missing is The Wedding. I've got the other three, but I haven't got The Wedding, so I've got to try and pick that up. But yeah, so moving on to the next 88 Films release. It's a Blu-ray only, and it's Rounders with Matt Damon and Edward Norton. It's all about gambling, and I think it's all about gangsters or something. But it's a film I've never seen. But I've heard it is meant to be really good. But it's directed by one of the cast members of Miami Vice, John Deal.
Lord.
So, Alan, Rounders.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in this because Matt Damon is one of these guys that never seems to get the credit for being a decent actor, which I think he is. Sometimes I think his association with Ben Affleck does him more harm than good because for whatever reason Ben Affleck is either loved or hated. But Rounders is like there's a real hustler vibe off it with cards. If you know what I mean, it's with card games, not pool, obviously, but there's a real hustler vibe off it. Ed Norton's great in it. Ed Norton gives a really terrific performance in it, as does Matt Damon. John Malkovich is always going to give you a good performance as well, too. I think it's a cracking film. Now, I wouldn't call it a great film. I'd give it a good solid 7.5 out of 10 or whatever. But yeah, I definitely would look at picking that up because I really enjoyed it when I saw it.
Yeah. I might might look into it as well and pick it up probably on release day. But what about yourself, Marty? Would you pick up Rounders?
It'll be interesting. It's a film I think I've seen once. Now, you say, Ed Norton's just an actor that doesn't really get the praise he deserves either, because he's kind of disappeared into the background. And Matt Damon's just been, the longer he goes, the better he gets, I think. And now the film, I really can't remember much about it. I know there, as you say, it's a kind of, as you say, the hustle with cards, but with these releases coming out, it looks like the quality is so good on them. And when you get such a good cast, like John Malkovich as well, I think it'll be definitely worth picking up.
Martin Landau's quite good in it as well too.
Oh, he's in it as well. Okay.
Yeah. I forgot he was in it because I do remember reading all about it. What about yourself, Carlos? Would Rounders be something you're interested?
It's a movie I've got to confess I've not seen. I mean, it is a great cast of actors there. I agree with you guys. Edward Norton is a very underrated actor. Loved him in American History. I thought
fantastic.
I thought that was a great movie. I think probably the style of movie, I'm not really a fan of card sort of gambling sort of movies, so I'm probably going to give this one a miss. It's probably the reason why I've never watched it before, because probably watched the trailer and it just never grabbed me. So Rounders, not for me.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. If I do end up picking it up, I'll have to let you know what it's like, Carlos. If I get but yeah, I mean, if it's all to do with like the mob and stuff like that, then I'll give it a go, definitely. Right. So the last one from 88 Films, you know what? We're going to put the Studio Canal ones on this segment as well, because there's only 2 of those releases so far that I've managed to track down. But the last 88 Films release is The Hours with Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, and Nicole Kidman. Now, I know absolutely bugger all about this film, absolutely bugger all. But I mean, with those 3, I mean, that doesn't even look like Nicole Kidman. It looks like someone completely different. So
I think she had a prosthetic on her nose or something.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, the Hours. Alan, have you seen it? Or?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's told in 3 different time periods. Nicole Kidman actually got an Oscar for it.
Wow.
As did the makeup artist that did the honker for her as well. But I quite enjoyed it. I think it's more of a woman's film, to be honest with you. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just it's about the type of themes that women would really gravitate towards. And I'm not generalizing all those in the chat before you come attacking me. It's what I call a nice film. I'm trying to remember. It's how 3 people react differently to a Daphne du Maurier book in their lifetime, because they all experience suicide in their family. In different ways, and how they react to it or whatever. To be fair, Nicole Kidman, as you said, you wouldn't recognize her in it, and I don't really rate her that highly as an actress, if I'm brutally honest. But she was really good in it. To be fair, I'll give her credit where it's due. Sometimes an actor just lands a role that just fits them perfectly, and this seems to be the one that did it for her. So I wouldn't rush into buying it, but if it's available at a nice price at a later stage, I'd pick it up. All right.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Myself, it wouldn't be for me. It really wouldn't be for me. It wouldn't interest me in the slightest. But would it interest you, Marty?
No. I could go on to a big spiel about the film, but I know very little about the film. But nah, that's Nicole Kidman as an actress is just. I don't really
There's a steelbook. There is a steelbook, Marty.
It's easy as just go.
Red alert! Red alert!
I think the best film, only film I liked Nicole Kidman was Paddington. But no, that's it wouldn't be a film I'd be interested in. And by look, it's an amazing cast. Like those 3 women, like they're all like 2 of them are amazing actresses, and the other ones
isn't.
Looks not too bad.
Along with that. Yeah,
but no, I wouldn't be. I'll not be picking it up now.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. And I can imagine that you'd be the same, Carlos. You wouldn't.
Oh no, I pre-ordered it already.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I bet you hunted for that elusive steelbook, didn't you?
yeah.
Keith,
I'll be sending it to Marty.
I don't think
No,
Keith
no,
Urban's going to be picking it up either.
not for me. As much as I rate Meryl Streep as an actress, it's not my sort of movie. So no.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I only included it because some people in the chat might want to, But just quickly, we're going to go on to those 2 Studio Canal releases, and the first one is one that we haven't actually seen over here since the DVD days, and it is Deep Star 6. Now, obviously, that's not the release, like the Studio Canal one with the slip and all that. I couldn't find it, but apparently it also comes with, I think it comes with art cards, and it is a Blu-ray 4K release, or it might just be a Blu-ray and then a Blu-ray release as well. So 2 separate releases, but it comes with a wealth of extras. This was a film that was released at the height of the underwater movie craze, along with Leviathan and The Abyss. Deep Star 6, I've got the Kino Lorber Blu-ray, but it was a film that I didn't really go a lot on, first of all. But the second time I watched it, I absolutely loved it. Yeah, I've pre-ordered it, and I will be getting rid of the Kino Lorber Blu-ray at some point. I just think it's a lot of fun. I really, really do think it's a hell of a lot of fun. Some good effects in it as well. Alan, Deep Star 6, would that tickle your pickle?
I'd never actually heard of it until recently, Mike, to be honest with you. When I saw the title, I thought it was a failed Star Trek pilot or something, but it's not. But if it's decent sci-fi, as you say, I love my sci-fi.
Yeah.
And I would trust your judgment, so it'd definitely be worth the punt, I think.
Yeah, I'd say it is. It's a good underwater monster movie. It's what happens is they're building like a base on the seabed, and when they're blasting through, they blast through into this cavern and they awaken this creature. And basically, it just goes on a complete and utter rampage. It's an underwater monster movie, and there's some really decent effects, and I think the effects were done by the guys who've done the effects for Evil Dead 2. I want to say. So yeah, the effects are. I think they're really good.
How much do you get as a royalty?
I'll get a high five. Yeah,
I'll give it a punt. I think it sounds right up my alleyway.
I would. What about yourself, Marty?
I remember this film. Like It and Leviathan both were films I enjoyed when they came out. That's a long time ago when they came out now, and I nearly always get them mixed up together in my mind at the time because they were so alike in certain ways. But I think I'll be picking this up now. It's a good old kind of monster mash movie just underwater, and there's some extremely gory bits in it. I remember.
Oh yes, there's one extremely gory bit I remember, and
I probably have seen, but I remember too. So it's kind of a film, but it's kind of, as you say, I haven't seen in a long time, and because it didn't get really much of a physical release over here other than DVD, it has probably been kind of forgot about. So it'd be good to see now if people have a chance to see it, especially in a nice 4K edition.
Yeah, and as I say, there's going to be a wealth of bonus material on there as well. So, what about yourself, Carlos? Would you be interested in something of the underwater monster variety?
If Clint Eastwood pops up in the movie, I'll pre-order it. But I've got to be honest, I don't think I've even heard of this movie, I'm afraid. So, no, I probably won't be blind buying this one, I'm afraid.
Well, I'll tell you what. What if I give you my Kino Lorber Blu-ray? It comes with a slip.
I'll be honest. Sci-fi, I am pretty picky and choosy. I'll be honest. It's one of them genres where I'm either going to like the movie or I'm not. Where some other movies and other genres, if I kind of sort of half like, I tend to keep in my collection. but sci-fi, no. I tend to sort of sell them on.
Yeah, no, that's completely understandable, mate. I mean, you know, certain films aren't for everyone. It's like there's certain films that I don't like. You know, there's going to be certain films that loads of other people will like, and you know they don't like. That's what makes the world go round. A little bit of variety.
Indeed.
If we all like the same stuff, it would be boring anyway.
That's exactly what I was going to
Very
say.
boring.
So no, fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you.
In fairness, lads, Studio Canal, you know, we often talk about labels that are reliable and consistent, you know, and very few people would mention them too often, but I've never had any bad dealings with them. Anything I've bought off them, I've always found of good quality. They do a great selection of stuff. I got a fright the other night, actually. I have their version of the Jeff Bridges King Kong, and I decided to watch it the other night. I haven't watched it in ages, and I was putting it back into the case afterwards and turned over the back. It's 50 years old this year.
That's shocking,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
It is. Good movie as well.
Aye.
I like that version.
Jessica Lange's first film, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
That's a brilliant movie. Like everybody kind of forgets about that King Kong release.
That was good. There was actually a sequel to it, but it was an absolute pile of muck. Linda Hamilton was in it.
God, she must have been young.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was King Kong Lives, wasn't it? They try and find King Kong's mate or something for a blood transfusion.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Carlos was getting more excited by the minute.
No, to be honest, there's only 3 King Kong movies I really, really like, and that's the Peter Jackson one, the one in '76, and the original. Just those 3 for me.
Wouldn't it be great to get a 4K of the original? It has to happen someday, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it will.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've got the premium collection version of King Kong, and I haven't watched it in ages, so I need to.
Actually,
yeah, it's a really nice release. Really, really is. The last Studio Canal, the second of the Studio Canal releases, and the last is the Roger Moore film, The Man Who Haunted Himself. Again, I couldn't find no artwork for the Studio Canal release, but Roger Moore himself was quoted as saying that this was his favourite film that he acted in, and he ends up in a car accident, and he finds that basically there's like a kind of doppelganger taking over his life, and he starts to go mad. Let's just say it's not one I've seen. Again, I do have it on pre-order, and I think that comes out within the next few weeks. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing that. As I like Roger Moore in most of his non-Bond roles. I mean, even the Naked Face from Cannon. I didn't think I would go. Yeah, that's a really, really good film, and that's one that I wish would get a UK release as well. But I've got the German Blu-ray; it will do me. And yeah, it was a great film. Really, really great film. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Roger Moore face off against himself. So, what about yourself, Alan?
I've seen it on TV, Mike. I remember enjoying it a lot. And you know, a word about Roger Moore, like that guy was so full of self-deprecation and implying that he was a crap actor. Basically, all he could do is raise his eyebrows. He does himself an injustice there. I don't think he was a bad actor at all. I'm not going to say he's one of the greatest actors that's ever lived. That would be ridiculous. But as you say, any of the non-Bond stuff, he's terrific in. He's not my favourite Bond, but The Spy Who Loved Me would be in my top 3 Bond movies of all time. It's one of the best Bond movies ever made. And there's actually a really good 2-hour documentary available on YouTube now. It was on BBC last year. Story of his life. And
I watched that. That was very, very
good.
It
was very well done, wasn't it? And I bought the box set of The Persuaders last year. Which I always loved. One of the most iconic TV theme tunes of all time. The only reason they couldn't make anymore was it just was costing them a fortune. You've got Tony Curtis and Roger Moore on big bucks, and they just couldn't keep going with it. But yeah, boy, he's definitely a lot better actor than he gave himself credit for.
Oh, easily. easily. And I think that's what I liked about him, is that he didn't take himself too seriously.
Hmm.
Especially in the Cannonball Run, playing a person
it's
who
brilliant.
thinks Roger Moore. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is. And he's got that fake Walther PPK, and he pretends to shoot his mum. It just comes out, bang. You know, absolutely fantastic. He must have had a ball making it. What about yourself, Marty?
Well, it's like Alan. I've seen it on TV a long time ago, and now he has my favorite Bond. So he was. That's what I really grew up watching his films, and I always thought he was a likable actor. Like he kind of was nearly the same kind of actor in every film.
Yeah,
he didn't really do a lot of change, but he played it well. So he did. So I might pick this up, because it sounds like an interesting premise. So. And as you say, Studio Canal or do such lovely additions as well.
Yeah.
So it might be something I might pre-order.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, I probably wasn't doing the plot much justice whatsoever. I probably, probably thinking of another Roger Moore film and just cobbled the plot together, a bit like Monarch and Golan did.
You were too busy painting the artwork, Mike, in fairness.
Yeah, I know.
Good job. Nice job.
What can I say? What about yourself, Carlos? Would this be a film you're interested in, or have you seen it before?
I watched it on the BBC many, many years ago, and I mean, Roger Moore, second favourite James Bond. I do make a habit of trying to pick his movies up away from the Bond series, as well as Sean Connery. Actually, Nigel actually gave me a copy of The Man Who Haunted Himself, which I haven't seen, which I've yet to see. I think it was released on Network, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So for me to make that move on getting it as a 4K, which I'm surprised is getting a 4K release, I probably need to see the actual movie because it's been years. I'm talking about maybe 20, 30 years ago that I watched it on the BBC. I mean, I can't, like I say, I mean, blind buying stuff with the rise in prices, I'm trying not to do. So I need to watch the movie first, a rewatch of it.
No, that's
really.
No, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm trying to cut down on the blind buying myself, but it's because it's Roger Moore. Like yourself, Marty. Roger Moore's my favourite Bond, with Sean Connery second, Pierce Brosnan third. So any films of Roger Moore, I'm going to pick up. Because I just think he's just a great actor. Well, not a great actor, but he's
charismatic actor.
Yeah, he's got something that no matter what he's in, he just draws you in, and you
just
can't help but like
I always have him as an entertaining actor. I mean,
that's it.
I mean, like what Alan says, he's not the greatest actor, but he's not as bad as what he used to say. I always find him really entertaining. And
he is.
Like you guys said, he never took himself too serious.
The spitting image really didn't help him. When spitting image character had on, like, just all was move one eyebrow and then move the other eyebrow. That was it was
kind of symmetrical sort of thing as well, in that he kind of trained to be James Bond doing The Saint, and Brosnan trained to be James Bond doing Remington Steele, basically.
I do remember him seeing the Saint TV series, but the Persuaders, I never got around to watching any of that.
Persuaders is good fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I mean, I know Tony Curtis, and I think my dad used to watch that series, and he used to sort of mention how good it was. But I mean, you get those two guys in a TV series back then. You could imagine
the budget.
The budget.
Yeah.
That was so. I mean, getting Tony Curtis. I mean, he was still quite a popular movie star back then. So him doing a TV series back then was pretty unheard of.
No, I love the Persuaders. I mean, I've got the box set as well, but I went for the network one, and I think I got it for about 35 quid off of eBay. It's the best 35 quid I ever spent. It's a great series.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
It really is. Yeah. Oh, bloody hell, yeah, definitely.
Fantastic cars.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. When I remember watching that, I think it was on BBC One. I was about 6 or 7, and it was like, whenever the cars used to come out, it's like, I want that car. And now it's like I bet I know how much that car's going to cost for upkeep. It's like, no, you can keep it. I'll stick with my Ford Focus. I'm pretty set, you know.
Mid 70s, Mike. It was out, wasn't it? Something like that.
Something like that, early to mid 70s, probably about 73.
Early 70s, I think it might be.
So yeah, I think so. So just heading back to the comments quickly, we do indeed have Mr. Gray
good man,
here saying good morning from Australia, lads. All looking well. Thank you very much, mate. Hope you're well yourself.
I always remember being on Keith's stream last year, and towards the end of the stream, Connor dropped a message into the comments that he was waiting in the labour ward for the wife to have their kid.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah.
We've got Mr. Core here saying Zulu. Now there's a film needing 4K. Yes. Yes.
That would look stunning in 4K. It's such a bright, colourful movie.
Yeah.
It's made for 4K.
Funny enough, Zulu Dawn, that actually got announced, didn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Yes.
You would have thought they would have get Zulu first, and then
that would make more sense.
Make more sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'd imagine that'd be an epic release, Zulu.
Maybe there's politics involved, Carlos. There often is, and things like that, isn't
it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got the original Paramount Blu-ray, and I must admit that looks pretty decent.
Yeah, I have the Blu-ray as well.
You know,
that was Michael Caine's first film, wasn't it? Because a lot of people think it's Alfie, but Zulu was his first film.
No, it was. There was also he was in a film as well where it was literally a blink and you'll miss it cameo, not cameo, but uncredited role. He was a copper, and for the life of me, I'm trying to think what it was. It was a British film. Okay. I think it might have been one of the Quatermass films. I can't remember. I think so. I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to look into it. But
there was an English actor in Zulu called Jack Hawkins.
Yes,
I only found out recently that his lines were all dubbed in the film because he was dying from throat cancer and he couldn't speak. So they dubbed all his lines into the film. I think it's the last thing he ever did.
Oh, bloody hell. Wow. Yeah, he was another great actor, Jack Hawkins. Really, really was. And we got Jeff saying Blue Thunder. He might be interested in. He might get it. Well, I'd pick it up, mate. If you're interested in it, pick it up, mate.
Take a screenshot of that screen there, Jeff, saying he's going to spend money.
The funny thing is about Blue Thunder, I mean, the idea of it sounds daft, but it's actually a really good action movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
The way they do the scenes, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's definitely one I need to check out again. I really do. And Connor's also said, I'm here, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Bloody hell. Yeah, fair play to him. Fair play to him.
They're close to zero temperature-wise over there now.
Don't know what temperature we are here, but I'm definitely feeling it. Steve Court says, Warren Oates is also a great actor who's in Blue Thunder. I forgot he was in that. He's the sort of bloke who can crease a shirt just by looking at it. And Connors also says about his last appearance in Blue Thunder as well. And Steve says that Corman was quite a character, and without him, we wouldn't have had the Wicker Man final cut.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And Jeff says he's never heard of Rounders before. He might give it a go on streaming or something to see if he likes it. Yeah, I think anything like that. If you haven't seen it, definitely give it a go on streaming first. You know.
It's like what we used to do in the old days: rent the video first and watch it and see if you want to buy it afterwards. You know?
Yeah. And he says he's never heard of The Hours either. Yeah, it's a film that's, as Alan said, it's not for everyone. And we've got old movie Mike here saying, "Hello, guys."
Hey, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
I hope you're well, mate, and thank you for joining us. And Jeff also says that he loves Roger Moore and The Man Who Haunted Himself. He's only got it on DVD, so he's definitely going to be upgrading on the last one before we head to the next section, which I can't remember what section it is because I've lost all my notes. Connor actually says that Roger Moore was a top Bond. 2 favourite autobiography books are his and his great mate David Niven, another fantastic actor.
Yeah, his book is really good. Actually, I've read that. It's really good.
Yeah, I need to pick him up. I mean, I'm not really a big book reader, but yeah, I think I'll have to try and read those books at some point. So, hang on, I've got to go to my phone now because yeah.
Are we going
Right.
to the US, are we, with the Kino?
Yes, Kino Lorber, and there are 7 releases.
Wow.
All in May and about 3 in April. So, whoops, and my phone's decided to do a James Bond. Right, the first one we are going to talk about is a Charles Bronson classic. Probably not in the same classic as, let's just say, Death Wish, but it's one that I really like, and I think many other people do like this film, and it is 10 to Midnight. He plays a cop that goes after a slasher who likes to strip down so that he doesn't leave any clues behind apart from his arse print on a chair. And he likes to play with special sex toys on drills.
Wow.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. I think it's a great canon film. It's a great Bronson film. Yeah, there are a couple of lines in it that are delivered a bit dodgy, but overall it's a film that I do enjoy a hell of a lot, especially with that interrogation scene where Bronson pulls out that contraption. He says, "You know what this is? It's for jacking off, isn't it?" You know, that whole bit just makes the film for me. So yeah, I've got a feeling I will be trying to pick that up at some point, like when it comes up. When does it come out? I did have the date written down. It is May.
Yeah.
That doesn't really help much whatsoever. So yeah, it comes out in May. I've got a feeling probably the first half of May. So Mr. Meg's 10 to Midnight, is that one that you'll be interested in getting?
I remember seeing it again on TV, and I remember it being absolutely vilified by the critics because they said it was excessively violent and whatever. But it's Charles Bronson as a cop, so you know what do you want, lads? Of course, it's going to be violent now. I would agree with you. It's not in the same league as Death Wish, not even close, to be honest with you. But decent enough film. The story's not bad. There's quite a few twists and turns in it. Definitely one I'd consider. Like, I'm not going to pre-order or anything like that, and it's not one I think would probably sell out and might be available. But you know, it's Charles Bronson as a cop. It's going to be violent, so just deal with it, lads.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I must admit the '88 release on the Slashers collection, which is the one that I've got, it's a pretty nice release. So I think that's literally going to have to do some to try and top that, especially in terms of picture and bonus features as well. Marty, what about yourself?
That's another film I've seen on TV. My mother was a huge fan of any kind of film with serial killers in it, so we got to see them all. And of course, you can't top the Death Wish movies. Well, the first 2 anyway are fantastic. After that, they're a bit hit and miss. But 10 to Midnight was always a good laugh. And as you say, the serial killer stripping off so he leaves now was kind of a new idea at that time. So I'm not sure about picking it up now. It's a film I would like to have. I might just kind of leave it for a wee while, maybe pick it up on the sale or something yet.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair enough. That's fair enough, mate. I can see a little twinkle in Mr. Carlos's eye.
Yeah. I think we might have even actually spoke about it in the possible rumor section, but I think now it's got the date for release. Like I said before, big fan of Charles Bronson, so any of his movies on 4K, definitely. I do like this one. It's not a Bronson movie that's in my top 10, but it's a cool, violent sort of cop slasher movie. So I think I'll probably upgrade it onto 4K and get rid of my Screen Factory or Shout Select copy because I didn't get the 88 films one because it came out in the US before. So
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Like I say, I mean, Kino seems to be putting out a lot of Bronson titles, and obviously they must be selling because there's just more and more Bronson movies. I mean, I just got actually The Mechanic on 4K a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I'm trying to collect all of them on 4K.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair enough. So I just try and look for another poster to put up.
You can't beat the Bronson movie. I love Death Hunt. That's a Fallen Valley.
That is one
I would love a 4K off.
I'm hoping that one gets a 4K.
That's another film that looked good because the cinematography on it was fantastic. And
Yeah,
it's all like outdoors. And Lee Marvin and Karen Weathers, like what a cast.
See that movie. A lot of Bronson gets a little bit undervalued in the UK for like movie releases, and if they do come out in the UK, they tend to be really cut severe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Death Hunt is quite a violent one. It's never been released. I do have the US Blu-ray release. It's kind of really hard to track down that one. So that one I would welcome on 4K. Absolutely.
People forget he was in House of Wax with Vincent Price.
He was Igor.
That's right, yeah. But I really liked him as an actor. I loved the story. I heard about Kurt Russell and him working together on a film. Kurt Russell was only a kid. And he found out it was Bronson's birthday, and he bought him something small. I don't know what it was, but he handed him the present and said, "Happy birthday, Mr. Bronson," and he stormed off. And he said, "Jesus, what am I after doing?" And after about an hour or two, he says, "Better go and apologise." And he knocked and went into the trailer, and he was in tears. And his trailer, he said, "That's the first time anyone's ever given me a birthday present."
Wow, never heard that story.
I mean, hearing that story, that's unbelievable.
That's a nice story.
Yeah, I remember hearing that one as well, and it's like, wow. And didn't they become like good friends?
Yeah,
after
they
that?
stayed in touch for a long, long time.
Yeah. That's that is a really nice story. Actually, it's I think it's the same with like when he was in It Happened at the World's Fair with Elvis, and he had to kick him in the shin, and then years later he played Elvis in Elvis, and then I think he done the voice in Forrest Gump as well as Elvis, from what I remember reading.
He's doing a TV show with Michelle Pfeiffer now, isn't he?
Madison or something together. Something's called.
Yeah,
she still looks amazing.
Yeah,
she must be in her 60s by now.
Oh, she is. Yeah, definite.
Oh yeah. She does still look pretty good, I must admit. So the next Kino Lorber release is Terror Train with Jamie Lee Curtis, and I think Leslie Nielsen. Am I correct?
I believe so, yeah.
I think Leslie Nielsen's in it. Yeah, that's one that I've not seen whatsoever. I mean, I've heard.
I don't think he's in it. I know David Copperfield's in it.
I'm gonna have to look this up now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look this up. I really am.
Get the Google it.
Haven't seen it in years.
I am.
Haven't seen it in years.
Terror. Nope. It's not Twit. It's Terror Train. Twit Train. That's
it's a different film altogether.
For God's sake, don't type twat twain.
Ben Johnson, David Copperfield, and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
That's basically what they tried to make her the queen of horror after the whole Halloween thing. And,
yeah.
You know, Jesus, for a girl that says she hates horror movies, she's done enough of them, hasn't she?
Sweet God.
Oh God. Yes, it's all right. I was thinking of Prom Night. He's in Prom Night with her. That's the one. Yeah, the cast is Jamie Lee Curtis, Ben Johnson, Hart Bochner from Die Hard. He played the guy that got his brains blown out. David Copperfield. So, yeah. Would that be something that you're interested in, Alan? Or have you?
I don't mind it. It's certainly better than the horrific remake they did years later, which is the biggest steaming pile of you know what. If I remember correctly, it's a New Year's Eve party on the train.
So yeah,
and he changes into the costume of wherever he's killed or whatever. But in the remake, it was Halloween party, I think. I can't. It's been a long time. I don't know. I wouldn't be going. Yeah, great. I've got to get my hands on that. At some stage, if I saw going cheap in a sale, I might pick it up, but wouldn't be flying to get it now.
No, that's fair enough.
Mm.
That's fair enough. I mean, I must admit, I've heard conflicting reports on people, like people saying, yeah, it's good, yeah, it's crap, you know. So I think that's one that's, if I was to get it, I'd have to try and get a DVD first to watch it and then decide whether to.
I think it was just a case of Jamie Lee's after being in Halloween. It's been successful. Let's get her into another horror movie as quickly as possible. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. It's literally, it's just oversaturating it, was, you know. But Marty, Terror Train, would that be something that interests you?
It's a film I haven't seen, so I'm not really sure I'll be rushing out to try to get the 4K of it. No, I wouldn't mind watching it. I might, as you say, like yourself, get some other kind of version of it to see it first, and then if I kind of liked it, then I would go for the 4K. It's unusual. Some of these films they'll be getting 4K releases stuff. You're wondering, how did they pick this one? Why didn't they pick these other 20 that were probably better movies?
Yeah.
But no, as I say, I don't think I'll be picking it up, but I might just, as you say, pick up a DVD or a Blu-ray or see if it's streaming somewhere just to get an idea of it.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of them come onto 4K and they haven't even had a Blu-ray release.
That's some of these films are just going straight from DVD to 4K.
Well, I mean, there must be a market for some of them.
Well, that's it. They must know people want them.
Yeah, they probably had loads of people request them saying, "Oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this." Go on, then we'll do it then. So they probably watched the film beforehand and gone, "Why do they want this? This is gash."
High definition 4K of terribleness.
Oh, God, yeah. I can imagine. I really can imagine. What about yourself, Carlos, Terror Train?
Well, actually, as another co-feature I'm doing with Davey Dark on the Forgotten Horror channel, that feature, Horror Movie Memories, we actually done an episode on Terror Train around about, we chose it for like New Year. So there's like a 45-minute review episode that we did on it. I actually like the movie. It did come out in 88 films. It is kind of like Halloween on the Train with a touch of Silver Streak. Good twist at the end. I'm not going to try and oversell it too much, but I think if one likes Jamie Lee Curtis, it's worth picking the movie up. I enjoy it. I'm not saying it's the greatest horror movie, but I actually much prefer it more than Prom Night, which is also getting a 4K release. So yeah, Terror Train. I'm likely to pick it up. I don't think 88 Films are going to release it on 4K. As long as it's not too expensive, I might pick it up because it is one that I do sort of return and watch now and again.
Yeah. I mean, as I say, for me, I've never seen it, so if I can try and get a cheap copy somewhere, then I'll give that a go first, and then if I like it, then I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
But
Jamie Lee is the new Jessica Fletcher as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're rebooting on Murder, She Wrote, and she's going to be Jessica Fletcher.
Are they going to call it Murder, She Screamed?
Bloody murder.
Oh, bloody hell. Right. So the next one, you know what? I'm not going to show that one because, right. So we'll, all it was just Stone Cold with Brian Bosworth. It's a film I've not seen.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I've actually seen that, but as you say, a long time ago.
Yeah, it's a good action movie, that one.
It's just a kind of, he's kind of like a biker kind of guy, isn't he? Or she?
Yeah.
Oh, is he the guy that's blackmailed into going undercover into a bikers gang by the FBI or something like that? Yeah.
I think so.
I think I've seen that. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was an American football player back in the day.
Something like that. He's a big guy, but
real stocky blonde guy. I think there is a UK release of it. I remember enjoying it. I actually have it in my collection, but I don't know if it's really warrants a 4K upgrade. But I suppose quite a few guys in America would probably pick it up.
Yeah. I must admit, it's not one I've seen. Although I do love a nice cheesy action movie, you know. But it's just one of those ones that every time I've seen it, I've picked it up, I've gone, and I've stuck it back, saying, just telling me, you know, wait until it's like a couple of quid, you know. But the next one, I'm actually surprised is getting a 4K release, and it is The Phantom with Billy Zane and Treat Williams. Now, I do remember seeing this on Sky Movies. I actually recorded it, but I remember bugger all about it. Honestly, I remember bugger all about it. Again, it's probably going to be one of those ones that if I was to get it, I would probably get a DVD copy to refresh my memory, and if I liked it, then I'll end up picking it up. What about yourself, Alan?
I used to collect the comic books of it because there's a guy called Lee Falk created that character and Mandrake the Magician, and there was a cartoon series out on BBC at one stage in the 80s, I think. It's okay. It's good cheesy fun. It's obviously Billy Zane in a spandex suit or whatever. So I remember seeing it in the cinema as well and thinking there's probably going to be one or two sequels to it because it wasn't the worst film I'd seen, but just never seemed to take off, to be honest with you. I'd be honest, I wouldn't be rushing to buy it. Very cheesy. It's very, your cat's stuck up a tree. I better get a ladder and go up and get him for you. Crap like that. Like, and it's just, it had an A movie budget, but has a B movie feel, if you know what I mean. It's pretty cheesy. No, I won't be in a rush to get that one.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, mate. I see Marty go.
I remember watching the film and Billy Zane isn't that what you call a fantastic actor, and he suits this film well. Treat Williams now in it, as I remember, was fantastic in it. He's actually enjoyed him as an actor, but no, I don't think I've seen it on for Blu-ray somewhere on, I think it was on HMV or something for sale recently. So
yeah,
if I was going to get it, I think Blu-ray might be the only thing I'd be getting it on. I wouldn't be rushing out for the 4K.
When your baddie's more interesting than the hero, you're kind of in trouble, aren't you?
Yeah, oh bloody hell, yeah. I mean, I think it was on the HMV Premium Collection, wasn't it?
I think it may have been HMV.
Yeah, I think if I see that in HMV, I'll get that instead. You know, Carlos is like, do I? Don't I?
I'm with Marty. I wasn't really a fan of Billy Zane, to be honest. I mean, lucky bastard. He went out with Kelly Brook for a while, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that's my dislike. But no, I always think he was an actor that he thought he was a lot better than what he actually was. I think the only decent film I remember him in was actually Dead Calm with Sam.
Yeah, he was a nutcase in that.
If that would have been on 4K, I'd definitely grab that one because that's a great movie. That one.
That's another film, but it's all nice outside, nearly everything lovely and bright. So 4K would really shine on it.
Yeah,
very young Nicole Kidman.
That was outstanding. That one, but this one, nah, not for me.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. It's definitely one of those films that's, you know. It's probably got its fans, you know, all three of them. So yeah, but
the case is the right thickness to fit under a dodgy coffee table.
Oh yeah, yeah. But hey, you got to take the slip off first. You
definitely. Yes.
You know,
protect the slip.
But the next one, which I think has probably got a family following, Harry and the Hendersons, or as it was called over here, Bigfoot and the Hendersons, which is how I've always known it. Again, this is one that I see on BBC One donkeys years ago when BBC literally played it. Fucking hell. They played the hell out of it. Literally, they might as well played it every single weekend just for a change. Here's Bigfoot and the Hendersons, you know. I don't remember much of the film, but it's not a film that I would be rushing out to buy. Again, it's probably got its fans. I know it's probably got like a rabid fan base, but it's not one that's particularly like, you know. And I think that's what I mean by I don't remember much of it. I probably didn't enjoy it anyway. you know. But I mean, it's got John Lithgow in it, and John Lithgow's always a good watch.
Yeah.
But what about yourself, Alan?
It's the type of film, Mike, that if it's late Christmas Day and you've had your dinner and you've got your wine and your sherry down you and your stomach is bursting and you just want something to pass an hour or two on the TV, it gets the job done fine. John Lithgow playing a nice guy for once, because he normally plays pricks.
Yeah.
It's just good fun. I would have no desire to own it at all unless I saw it for a couple of quid in a charity shop or something like that. But look, a family with 2 or 3 young kids might get some enjoyment out of it. I'm sure they would.
Yeah. Although I must admit, the actual Bigfoot suit actually does look pretty good. Well, it did look pretty good back then. It probably still holds up pretty well now. Like the animatronics on the face and all that.
Nigel still has it, I think, doesn't he? I'm in so much trouble now.
It only comes out on special occasions.
Do you know what? I don't give a shit.
I can imagine he's sitting there at the moment calling you all the cunts under the sun.
No. Nigel's a very quiet, shy guy. He wouldn't do anything like that.
Yeah, no, of course he wouldn't. What about yourself, Marty?
I actually grew up watching this film. I enjoyed it a lot. I know that, as you say, John Lithgow being the kind of the quiet, nice guy. I think it was David Suchet, I think, son, that plays.
That's right. Yeah.
The kind of the guy trying to hunt down the Bigfoot. It's just a family film. Like, it's as you said, what you want is family around. At Christmas time was when it really does well, when you're so stuffed you can't breathe and you just want to sit and watch something. And it's just one of those kind of feel good movies. And as you said, this kind of special effects for the Bigfoot, this will hold up well, because they actually went on to the TV series of it for a long time. I think that was actually called Harry and the Hendersons when it was over here.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'd be rushing out to buy it in 4K. Now, I remember the film being very bright, and like bright films always seem to shine well in 4K, but I might just leave it a wee while and see if it maybe on a sale, but I'll not be pre-ordering it.
Yeah, no, that's pre-ordering fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Carlos has got a smile on his face. He's probably going to pre-order like 4 copies.
I actually remember renting this one out on VHS, because at that time I'd seen John Lithgow. I think everything I'd seen him in, he'd always played the bad guy. Blowout, other movies, Raising Cain, Cliffhanger. It was always the bad guy. So when this movie came out, and it's like, oh, he's playing a good guy, and I remember renting it out and actually quite enjoying it. I thought it was a lot of fun. The TV series, I remember watching some of it on UK TV. I haven't seen the. I'll be honest, I haven't seen the movie for many years. It's probably one of them ones you think, do you sort of leave it back in the time when you were sort of like a teenager and just leave it there? But because it's John Lithgow, I mean, I like him in anything.
Yeah.
I won't be pre-ordering it, but it's something that if I saw in CX, a DVD or cheap Blu-ray, I know this is a Kino US release. I probably would like to watch it, but I wouldn't pay sort of big money for it. It was a lot of fun.
It's just a fun family movie.
Yeah.
And as you say, John Lithgow is a soft, kind guy, even though he still towers over everybody. When's he going to turn? When's he going to do that?
You sort of think he's going to attack
his Dexter role, and when he did Dexter, he was just this lovely, quiet speaking guy, and then he just turned into an absolute psychopath. Like it was.
You were campaigning about Dexter to me for a long time, Carlos. I did eventually get round to it, and he's, oh my God, he's such a bastard in that.
He was the best. He was the best kind of protagonist in that Dexter. All the series, he was the one that just stood out. He was so good how quick he could change from smiley face man to just you just see it in his eyes. He just became evil instantly. He was fantastic in that.
They're actually on about making a kind of spin-off series on the Trinity character that he played
Okay.
Lithgow. I mean, I think probably because he's one of the best characters from the Dexter TV series. I think people might go for it. I think they
Yeah.
really would. Obviously, with the background story to how he became Trinity, because it's John Lithgow, I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
He was offered the Joker in Batman in '89, apparently, and didn't turn it. He turned it down.
Oh, okay.
I could see how that would work.
Yeah.
They got some little-known guy called Jack Nicholson to do it, so you know.
He just kind of bluffed his way through it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A more expensive choice for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely more expensive.
Right. So I'm just finding some other thumbnails to put up. Right. So that was Harry and the Hendersons, wasn't it? So now moving on to the last of the Kino Lorber announcements, and it is The Great Outdoors. Now, sadly, again, I couldn't find the box art, so I've had to just go with the original poster. But yeah, everyone knows The Great Outdoors. Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, basically two families going up against each other, and they're relatives. It's a film that I've not actually seen all the way through, and I do remember actually enjoying it as much as I could. But it's one of those ones that I'm going to have to revisit on DVD before I pick up the 4K, so I can actually watch it all the way through and, see if I like it before paying out 30 odd quid for the inevitable 4K. So, Alan, The Great Outdoors.
Another fun movie. It's a formula that's been done loads of times before. Obviously, families against each other. It's the two leads that make the film. John Candy and Dan Aykroyd they just really work well together on screen. Again, it's a bit like the Harry and the Hendersons job. I enjoyed it immensely when I saw it. I think I have it on DVD somewhere, to be honest with you. Would I rush to get it for 4K? 30 odd quid? Probably not. Again, wait till somewhere further down the line. It's definitely not going to be a big seller, in my opinion. It'll sell maybe the John Candy factor. I sometimes, maybe the cynical side of me is thinking we've seen a few John Candy movies get released on 4K lately, or they're trying to cash in on the fact that the documentary was so popular or whatever. That's me just being cynical, can't help it. But I will pick it up somewhere further down the line, but I'm not in any hurry to get it.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. What about yourself, Marty?
I remember watching the film too. I really enjoyed it. Like at the time it came out, it didn't really do as well as they thought it would do. You had two behemoths and bloody economy actors, and Dan Aykroyd and John Candy. Dan Aykroyd playing the kind of yuppie, annoying person you want to punch in the face nearly every time you see him, and John Candy being John Candy.
Yeah.
But it was always an enjoyable movie. Those kind of 80s kind of films were always kind of worth seeing. And of course, when you have some of the best comedy actors working on it, it's going to be definitely worth watching. Now, I'm not sure I'll pick it up in 4K. I think I do have it as well somewhere here in either DVD or Blu-ray. I'm not sure. But it's a film I haven't watched in a very long time. Now, if it pops up on TV, I'll probably end up watching it because you just kind of want to see how it does. But I don't think I'll be rushing out to pick it up in 4K.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough, mate. What about you, Carlos?
I think the John Candy fans will grab this. I wasn't the biggest John Candy fan. If I'm really, really honest, I preferred other comedic actors at the time. Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I mean, there's other comedies out there on 4K, like Throw Mama from the Train, that I think
it's a brilliant film.
Are ones that I want more so than Great Outdoors. So I probably will give this one a miss, I'm afraid.
Yeah, no, that's completely understandable. I'm probably going to be in the same boat because when I looked at the special features, I think that it was a commentary and a trailer. That's literally it.
Terrible. Like, would you think they go up to release a film like this in 4K? At least pull out something with the extras.
Yeah, maybe do like some interviews or something, or even if they have access to the archives, if they've got deleted scenes, or even like the old, like when they used to do like the small featurettes that they used to put on TV, put that on there.
Yeah.
Just make it worthwhile, because people.
This is,
lazy.
this is
Yeah,
Keenan
really.
Lorber, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really? They don't really
Keenan
put up
Lorber's
a lot.
kind of famous for kind of doing that, though. They're just the bare bones. They kind of, and sometimes they'll even bother putting HDR in some of their 4K releases.
They have to be one of the most productive labels out there at the moment, though. I mean, they are absolutely banging stuff out left, right, and centre for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, their release of Dante's Peak, I can't fault it. I know there's not a lot of features on there, but there's still a fair few. And for me, it was worth the money picking it up. But then again, as I say, it released like The Great Outdoors. It's a comedy film that it's got its fans, so they're going to want to look at it and go, well, I don't really want to spend that money on this if it's not going to have substantial amount of features. Even, as I say, just like an old 10-minute featurette, just bung that on there as well. Just something.
A 10-minute interview with Dan Aykroyd or something, maybe, you know.
Yeah, you think they would have got Dan Aykroyd to kind of do something now, especially after all the praise of the documentary about John Candy.
That was a fantastic documentary. It's one of the best documentaries
It
I've
was
ever seen.
amazing, wasn't it? It was fantastic. Like John Candy, he kind of, as you say, worked himself into the grave, really. He just didn't know when to say no.
Went through every emotion in the book watching that film. Angered, upset, particularly at the end when they revealed that he was off the booze, he was eating properly, trying to lose weight, and the studio said, "Oh no, you can't do that.
Not good, no.
You've got to say the big fat guy." That just made me so bloody angry when I saw that. Horrible. And I always feel that, I know you weren't keen on maybe as a comic actor, Carlos, but if you ever saw him in JFK, I do honestly believe.
Oh, he was good in that.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant.
He could possibly have gone on to do a lot of really good dramatic roles. Who knows? We'll sadly never see it.
Yeah. I mean, I think John Candy's last role was, what was it, Wagons East? And he died during the making of it. Yeah.
God, awful movie too.
Yeah. I can't bring myself to watch it because of it being his last film. You know, it's like, to know that he died during the making of it, instead of saying, right, let's just scrap it. Let's just not bother, let's just leave it. But then they ended up getting someone and just filming him from the back. It's like, you can't.
I remember seeing him in that JFK, his role in that, and the scenes that he was actually in the movie is quite underrated, because you sort of think when you see that, maybe it was a missed opportunity why he wasn't in more serious movies.
He was still young enough to go on and do that, Carlos.
Yeah,
because he was only, what was he, early 40s?
Yeah,
44, 45.
That's just like he was only probably getting in these acting prime, really.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these comedic actors. I mean, obviously, like Jim Carrey, he was kind of slowly, he's into that. Tom Hanks started off as a comedic actor, and those guys kind of cross over, don't they? Become really, really good actors, and sometimes, I get it. Sometimes they are funny guys, and obviously, what Alan says, because he's such a big guy, he was just a lot more comedic with the weight, and it's a shame that he was told to lose that weight, and he's starting to lose a little bit of weight, and then what happened? Yeah, just really, really sad. Really sad.
Yeah.
He probably missed his best work.
Yeah. I mean, it could, like many of them, I think, as you might have said, that he probably had some great dramatic roles in him. I mean, look at how Jim Carrey went to the number 23, and what was it, Dark Crimes? I think it was.
Yeah.
So he probably had something in him that was Oscar worthy for like dramatic. But it's just
Robin Williams, like did the same.
Exactly.
Some of his roles, like Insomnia, he was just fantastic. And
1 hour photo.
1 hour photo.
Yeah. I mean, he was creepy in that 1 hour photo.
Oh, he's just
real.
Yeah. And then there's What Dreams May Come as well.
That's a depressing movie.
I've not seen it. I've not.
It looks amazing now. It is a fantastic looking film. That's a film that probably would look amazing in 4K. But it's like, as you say, as a man who's I think committed suicide more or less, looking at trying to find his wife, and she's in either purgatory or somewhere. But it's just
Jesus, Marty, stop, will you? I need a drink.
I'll join you.
Oh, he's got them there.
Yeah.
I'm on the water tonight.
I'm on the. Fuck! I forgot to bring a drink up. I'm on the fresh air. I'm on the
Fresh
fresh
air.
air. So
I'm on the new Pepsi and cream soda.
lovely.
Oh God, that'll be sweet.
I can't. I'd never drink beer doing one of these because when I drink beer, I instantly have to pee about 10 minutes later.
That's right. I'm sure if you got a bucket, stuck it underneath and cut a hole in your chair, you'd be all right.
Yes, that's what you call a real live stream.
With the sound effects.
Oh yeah.
Right. So what we'll do before we get to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is a few more. Again, I can't find details about them. I couldn't find the actual box art for them, so I've actually used the theatrical posters. But for the last couple, we're going to bung them together. But we're going to go back to the comments first. And if I can scroll back up, because I'm moderating them, we have Connor back saying that Roger Moore was a top Bond. Oh, yeah, we said that one already, haven't we? Yeah, we haven't we? Yeah, it's all right. It's been a long evening already. We got Brum Horror saying, evening, guys. Sorry,
Hi,
late.
Paul.
Catch the rest tomorrow. Great bunch of guys on the stream. Yes, it's been an absolute blast so far. So far.
Right.
Paul's nice fella. Jeez, he gets some beautiful additions.
He's another great.
It's just seems to be constant.
Him and Rach are two of the nicest people I know. I have to say they're top class people.
Yeah, well, I think I'm following them on Instagram and seeing some of their collection.
He's going to start a YouTube channel very soon, I think, as well. He was talking about that.
They're working on
it.
It's worth seeing when it starts up.
They've got every second site release ever done, apparently.
Wow. That's insane.
And they keep searching. I think they miss out. They seem to find somewhere on eBay or someplace.
Talk about finder's luck. Jeff says that Persuaders was definitely early 70s because he was Bond in 73. Yes, agreed. Great TV series. Oh, yeah, really is. And he says that it's his favourite Bond as well. And Mike says that Blue Thunder is his childhood favourite. Recently watched it again and he still loves it. And he also says that he's got the Kino Blu-ray of The Man Who Haunted Himself from a few years back.
Okay.
You have to put down what you think of it, mate. I really want to hear your thoughts on it because, as I say,
I'd be happy with a Blu-ray of it. I'm not sure it's the type of film that would actually, not every film you get has to be 4K.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I think Studio Canal might be putting it out on Blu-ray as well. I think so. I'm not too sure. I'll have to dig around and I'll have to let you know. But I think even that comes with the postcards as well. I think so. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. And Jeff says that 10 to Midnight is an absolute favourite of his of Bronson's. He'll be definitely getting it. I thought he might do. He said he's just got Kino 4Ks of The Mechanic the other day as well, and that's one that I've not seen.
Did Jason Statham do a film called The Mechanic?
That was just a reboot, and it was.
It was a remake, was it?
It was just a remake, and he's.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No,
there's also a follow-up as well.
Yeah.
How come every film that guy does, he has to have a job? He's a beekeeper. He's a mechanic. He's whatever.
And he can still kick the shit out of people. Why can't he be something like a supermarket worker? And he attacks people with like one of their scanner guns, Yeah. Just blinds them before he smashes a jar of jam around their head or something, Something simple like that.
Yeah. Coming out in the cinema soon. Jason Statham in The Market Trader.
And a follow-up, The Market Trader 2, The Shopkeeper.
Actually, talking about supermarkets, you mentioned Kelly Brook earlier on. I remember seeing her on that show that Keith Lemon used to do, that panel show. Can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
but they showed a montage for some reason of women in bikinis and bathing suits or whatever, and cut back to the studio, and she says, "I just don't understand you men's obsession with tits, and he said, "It's just as well we do, love. Otherwise, you'd be working at Tesco."
She had to take that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she left herself wide open. For
Yeah, I
that.
mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, you're going on the show like that with Keith Lemon.
You're
Yeah.
guaranteed to get hit, aren't you? He doesn't
Oh,
hold
yeah.
back.
You got to have a good sense of humour.
Oh bloody hell, yeah. Especially with him. I mean, because he done what was it, Through the Keyhole, didn't he? He done a
the
of that,
reboot,
yeah. And he used to go around people's houses himself, and he used to cause absolute chaos. I think there was one he set Mel B's rug on fire, and he put the chest of drawers over the top, and he went, "That'll do. She'll never know. She's watching." Oh,
Fair
But
play
yeah.
to her. She went on Bo Selector with him at one stage. I remember.
Yeah.
yes,
Fair
yes, she
play
did.
to her. She could take a joke. To be fair.
Yeah, she really can. Jeff says May 12th for 10 to midnight, and that he agrees that Death Hunt definitely deserves a 4K as well. And Mike actually poses an interesting question. He says, how do you guys feel about these companies putting the same titles out multiple times? The biggest offender is Kino, I believe, and Arrow has done quite a few. I would say for me, probably their earlier releases, if they were to like the first releases that they ever done, to bring those out on 4K, I would probably say that a sufficient amount of time has passed to release them. But if they're ones that were released, let's just say 3 years ago, that shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be right. Let's wait 3 years, then release the 4K. It should be do a 4K Blu-ray double pack.
Yeah.
Like what Kino do, and Shout Factory as well. Put both formats in one.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But look,
Decent.
ultimately, I suppose at the end of the day, we're the ones that are in control of the situation. You don't have to buy them.
Yeah.
And we are in a situation now that pisses me off, where you're starting to get collector's editions of films that already have collector's editions. So what's going on there? And you're getting, particularly with new films, one battle after another, and Sinner springs to mind. They brought out a 1-disc 4K, still charging you full whack for it, mind you, with no special features, no nothing. And then at a later stage, they're bringing out steelbooks or collector's editions. So, the golden rule about being a collector is you can't have everything, and you don't really need everything either. So, they can bring out multiple editions. They're only bringing them out because people are obviously paying their money.
Yeah.
And getting them. But, none of us have an unlimited budget, apart from Mike. He's loaded, obviously, but, But you're in control. You don't vote with your pocket. Just don't buy it.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely true. What are your thoughts, Marty?
I don't like sometimes they'll release a film as you say, Blu-ray, and then sometimes it's only 6 months later you get the 4K.
Yeah,
like that's a new release. It's only coming out in Blu-ray now, and then people go out and buy it because they know that's always coming. And then 6 months later, now we're doing the 4K. You're just saying you've been nothing but a bollocks doing that to us. Like you've wasted, you spent your money already getting it, and then they decide to release a 4K. You wouldn't mind if they released the Blu-ray, and then 6 months later they go, maybe a big fancy edition, but it's normally just the basic standard 4K. So it's I don't mind Arrow now. I don't mind that. There's normally a bit of time between when they release Blu-rays and 4K. No, I would like them to maybe change the artwork sometimes, because sometimes they just do the same artwork from the Blu-ray that they might have released 4 years ago to the same the 4K now. But them and I don't buy much from Kino Lorber, so I wouldn't really know. But I do buy a lot of Arrow, so I'm not too disappointed when they release things later on. But you do get to sometimes, as you say, with new releases, and you're waiting for ages. You get a Blu-ray, and then you go, right, I'll pull the trigger on it, and as soon as you buy it, then announce the 4K.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. But they'll keep on doing it because they'll keep on selling.
Yeah. No, can't argue with that. Can't argue with that whatsoever.
Yeah, on the re-releasing, I remember there was a company in the US called, was it Paramount Releasing, where there's a couple of the Eddie Murphy movies that they dropped over there. And I bought them on Blu-ray only within a year for them to be having 4K editions, which is really, really bad. It's kind of why when City Slickers got announced on Arrow Video, I was a little bit disappointed it wasn't going to get a 4K release, so I kind of held off on that. I think it's a movie that warrants a 4K because it was a great comedy with Jack Palance. Obviously, he got the Oscar for it. But another thing, when I'm not a fan of when like Arrow kind of re-release something and they use the same packaging again, it's very, it's
lazy.
It's lazy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, like I say, it doesn't really tempt me to get something. I mean, and just imagine if they did do something a little bit different, you might want to keep the Blu-ray edition because collectors do that. So, I mean that's disappointing when they re-release, that sort of loophole that they try to con the fans a little bit. It's disappointing when that happens. It really is. I mean, again, sometimes movies get released on Blu-ray and you grab it, and then you sort of sometimes within 6 months you're going to get a 4K edition. If we'd known that it was going to be a 4K, we probably wouldn't get the Blu-ray. So it's a little bit naughty that they do that.
No, that's very.
I mean, in the US, you still get a lot of the releases with the Blu-ray and the 4K. In the UK, it seems to be, especially with Arrow, either 4K or Blu-ray. They split down the 4K.
I mean, I must admit, when you guys were talking, it's like the one that springs to mind is Creepshow 2. It got a US release on Blu-ray, then it got a UK release on Blu-ray, and then it wasn't long after that they announced the 4K. And it's like, come on, guys, that's a bit naughty. That really, really is a bit naughty, and especially again with Nightbreed. It's exactly the same setup, but just with 4K discs. No change in artwork or anything. It's like that does smack a little bit of laziness.
There's no consistency.
No,
I
really
mean,
isn't.
I've got a Universal collector's edition, the Dracula Legacy 4K set arriving next month. And I wasn't going to get it because I have it on Blu-ray, but Universal on this side of the pond did the nice hard case. They've got 6 movies on 4K for about 50 quid, which isn't bad, in fairness.
Good.
6 movies, but there's loads of art cards, a book, quite a substantial book, about 80 pages, I think, posters. There's an American artist called Alex Ross that's done. Do you remember the old style lobby cards you used to get? He's done a selection of those with his own interpretations of Dracula, etc. That's what you're getting over here in the States. Universal just re-releasing. It's exactly the same case that the Blu-rays came in, same cover, same everything, just the 4K discs in this time.
Wow.
But then again, 2 months from now, the reverse situation could happen. So that's what I mean by no consistency.
No, that's right. I mean, I've got that same set on pre-order from Amazon, and
looks like a nice set, Mike. Looks like a nice set.
It is. I'm really looking forward to it. Especially, I know people are going to go, "Oh, really?" But Abbott and Costello.
I love that film. I love that film. It's the most wonderful tribute to the Universal Monsters films ever.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to seeing that in 4K.
Laura Nardi.
I knew that was coming. Bet you Jim will be in any second now.
And Mike says Death Hunt, definite pre-order in a heartbeat. We've got Connor saying that he's keen for Wrong Turn from Umbrella, and he sees Waking Fright is going to get a release over here. Umbrella's version was epic. Yep, we're going to talk about Waking Fright in the next episode. I was going to try and add them, but we'd be here until 7 o'clock in the morning. So no. So yeah.
And you're not Playtendo guy.
No. For one thing, he's got hair. I'm losing mine, so yeah.
You don't need it.
Oh no, trust me. I miss my hair. I'll tell you what. In secondary school, my fringe used to come over my eyes, and my hair used to be down here. When I worked in Asda, I had hair down to here. I kid you not, and I loved every single minute of it until I got pissed off with it, then cut it, and now I regret doing it. But anyway,
I'd love to say this is a wig, lads, but it's not. So just deal with it.
you can go off some people. You really
it must be the panic. It must be the panic of pre-ordering certain titles. I think.
Yeah,
could be.
I think so. I really, really do. Well, Jeff says that Stone Cold's a great action film. He's got the German Blu-ray, which is enough for him. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Connor says about Waking Fright, it's a very strange movie with Donald Pleasance set in the Oz outback, and that it's definitely worth a watch. Yes, I'm intrigued by that, I must admit.
He's a good judge, Connor.
Yeah.
He recommended Night of the Juggler to me there a while back, and I got it. It's a brilliant film.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
I still have to pick that up.
Yeah, I'm still to set. I've got my set over there, and I must admit, I was amazed by how nice that set was, even with that artwork on the hard box as well.
Very good value. Very good.
Oh,
value.
bloody hell, yeah! Was it 30? No, it was less than 30 quid. I think it was about 28.99.
Yeah,
well, for what you get. Yeah, for what you get.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's the way to do it, I think. Jeff says Phantom doesn't look like it's for him. Not too big on superheroes. No, that's absolutely fair, mate.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love this next one. Oh my God, Connor. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It says you're a Billy Zane doppelganger. You know what?
That's harsh.
I can just about see it.
That's harsh.
And Jeff.
They're hanging up on you, Carlos.
Oh yeah. And Steve says that Kevin Peter Hall played Harry, same guy who was in Predator 1 and 2. Yes.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and he also played the helicopter pilot at the end of Predator as well.
Wasn't Van Damme originally the Predator? And then
yeah, he was.
Yes, he was, but he was complaining about the suit. He was becoming really dehydrated in it, or something or other. So they ended up booting him and bringing in.
Because his face wasn't on camera, I think.
I think it more likely. He wasn't being seen.
Yeah. So with that, we'll do these last few. We'll do the last of the comments, and then it's going to be handing over to Captain Rumor for his
couple of rumors
for his segment. Now, I don't know if you've got this one in your rumor, so I don't know about to say it or not. A certain zombie film in 4K from 1985, third of a trilogy. You got that on your rumors?
No,
you haven't.
I knew you was going to be mentioning that one, so I left that one to you.
Right, no, that's absolutely fine. Well, this one is coming from Cine Strange in Germany. Apparently, it is fully remastered, and it has fully remastered German audio. I would imagine it does have English audio as well, and it comes in a choice of 3 MediaBook flavors, and it is Day of the Dead. If I can remember to turn off the message. There we go.
Wow, what a cover.
That is the first MediaBook. That is the second. And that is MediaBook C.
Pick number 1 and 3.
1 and 3, yeah.
I like
bit more colour in 3.
Yeah, that one has definitely got like a kind of late 70s horror vibe to it, which I don't mind. But
looks like a community meetup next week a bit.
Yeah, that's going to be after we've all driven up there and we're in a pub like this going, and Carlos is there going, right, shots. But yeah, I'm loving the look on that one. That one, yeah, I do quite like it, but I think for me, definitely that one. If I was to go for it.
Yeah.
So, Day of the Dead. What is it to say about it? I mean, it's Day of the Dead.
So this is my bargain of the year so far. So obviously I'm going to get this one, but
Yeah.
this is a 4-disc set that I picked up on Amazon Ireland for €25.
Good deal.
Not bad.
That's a great deal.
3 4Ks, individual different cuts of the film, and then a Blu-ray laden down with extras. Now I know I'm not going to get this one for the same price, but I'm just on a bit of a Romero buzz at the moment. I kind of neglected them for a long time, and watched the 3 cuts in the last week or so. So I'm going to try and get the whole lot.
Mm.
And so
Yeah.
that's a definite. All it was a case of which one am I going to go for. I tend to lean with the first one as well.
Yeah. Oh, this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's almost like the cover for a graphic novel.
Yeah. Yeah,
Has
that's
that
what I was
vibe of it.
thinking.
Has that vibe about it, but yeah, I'll be all over that for sure. Definitely going to get that.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
that's a must-have.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a feeling that as soon if it hasn't already, if it's up for pre-order, that will probably end up selling out like that because of the amount of people that are going to be after it. I can imagine Nigel will probably order it in bulk and flog it off for double the price just to fund his Jaws obsession. Marty, what about yourself, mate?
I've seen these guys chatting about this actually last year nearly. They were talking about they were supposed to have it out for the start of January, I think, and then it got delayed, and then it's got delayed more. And every time you looked on whatever edition you thought I might get that, it just looked like it was sold out. It was also Scream Factory. We're supposed to be doing the 4K of it as well.
Yeah.
Like they were talking about it was going to be their next big release. So I'm not sure if the two companies will work together to do the scan, because I think finding the original film alone was a hard thing to do. One that wasn't so badly degraded that they couldn't even do a 4K scan on it. But it'll be a definite pick up by me because Donna Dead and Night of the Living Dead they're all-time classics, and they get this one, which has been always the one that we can't not find on 4K. You can't pass up. It's a definite buy for me.
Mike, I actually work in a shopping mall, and when it was Paddy's Day last week, I think most of the cast from Dawn of the Dead came into the centre after the parade was over. It's just so don't ever come to Dublin if you're looking for a good time on Paddy's Day, because it's not going to happen.
Oh, you know what? I could say the pretty much the same thing where I work, but I won't. So I've got to work there. But Carlos.
Well, no doubt about it. I mean, it will be a big release on 4K. I have the Blu-ray Arrow Window Box edition, which is still a very nice edition, which I'm most likely to keep. I wish I kept the Dawn of the Dead one.
Yeah,
but I actually got rid of it, and the money I got out of that, I think I paid half of the Dawn of the Dead set from Second Sight. The German edition on 4K, I always a little bit wary on releases on 4K from Germany. If it was from another country, I probably would go for it. I mean, like, you know, the first time that Dawn of the Dead was on 4K, it was an Italian release.
That's right.
Quite a lot of people grabbed that. So as good as those covers look, I probably will sit on the fence and wait, because if it does come out on Screen Factory or in the UK, I'll probably sell the German edition. So that's why I'm just going to kind of sit back and wait. Yeah. It does come. I mean, I'd love to see Second Sight get a release.
Yeah, Second Sight would do it. That would be that
would be the ideal release for me. You know, because as much as I'm trying to kind of cut down on the fixed sets, Second Sight, if they did release the Dead on 4K, I think it'd be worth grabbing.
Yeah. Connor's just put.
What are you looking for?
They're all out of stock already.
Wow. There you go.
Hey.
You know what? I would wonder, though, what Marty was saying about the source material, maybe that not being that good. Have they
Yeah.
really gone? Have they really gone to town on the covers to make people buy it, and then you get it and go, Jesus, this is a shit transfer, lads.
Yeah, that's Germany. Again.
It's been known to happen before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not-
I think I could sort of say, if it was going to be Scream Factory, I think everybody would be grabbing it. The fact
Yeah.
that it's a German company. A little bit kind of suspicious.
Turbine are usually okay,
Turbine are very good now. Yeah.
Yeah.
and I've
Yeah.
bought one or two things off Cape, like they're not too bad, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be wary of the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, we do know that movie is eventually going to come out on 4K.
Yeah.
The UK and the US.
100%.
It's a too big a movie or physical media not to get the 4K release and the collector's edition. It's definitely going to happen.
The demand is there.
Oh, of course. I mean, when I picked up Dawn of the Dead, that big box set, I went for like the Lush edition. But the thing is, I only got it on Blu-ray. That was at a time when I was like, I don't need 4K. And now, obviously, I'm getting more 4Ks. I'm like, I wish I've got it on 4K now.
Oh, it looks fantastic on 4K.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is actually Second Sight, by the way. It's their lesser edition.
Yeah.
There's no booklet or photos or anything, but you don't always need booklets and photos.
Yeah, well, that's
Have you seen the 4K, Alan?
Hmm?
Have you seen the 4K?
Yeah, it's excellent.
It's
Excellent.
yeah. Well, I must admit, the Blu-ray, when I can't remember. I think it might have been when I bought it. I stuck one of the discs in. I think it must have been. I'm certain it was the Argento cut. I think I might have watched. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's on there. Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and the picture was.
Do you know what?
spot on Blu-ray.
You can argue forever about whether it's the greatest horror film of all time or not, but it's definitely the greatest zombie film of all time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Easily.
Carlos, have you ever seen Plague of the Zombies by Hammer?
No, I haven't got to me Hammer movies that far in.
Have any of you lads seen it? No.
No.
Because George A. Romero was directly influenced by it. If you ever get around to seeing it, you'd actually get the Blu-ray for probably about 10
Yeah,
quid.
I've seen. Yeah.
I
am working my way through all the Hammer movies.
Oh, I know.
I'm on now the early 60s.
The look of the zombies is very, very similar to what George A. Romero did.
Okay, I might have to give that a go.
Not that I watch much Hammer or anything, just the.
No, of course not. No, of course you just give them a quick glance every now and then.
Alan's nickname also, aka, is Hammer Films for Life fan.
It's his secondary channel.
But no, it's only vain people that get to the YouTube channels. In fairness, Mike, isn't it?
Well, what can I say? Right, so moving on to Shout Factory, and strangely enough, their only announcement that I've seen so far, and it is Robert Wise's The Haunting, based on the book of the same name, which has got Claire Bloom, Julie Harris, and Russ Tamlin. Now, I had the HMV Premium Collection edition, and while it is a good film, I mean, yeah, it's in black and white, so on 4K it's going to look really, really good.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's one of those films that I could watch all that often, because when you watch it the first time, it just blows your mind.
Yeah.
But then every time you watch it after that, the shocks become less and less and less.
Yeah.
So it kind of loses its effect. But it's weird that that's literally the only Shout Factory announcement that I've come across. I mean, ever since
I think they are on the verge of closing down. I think that because they had that it was going to get taken over.
But they're Scream as well, aren't they? Same company.
Yeah.
So they've just been taken over. They've just been assimilated into another company. So they're effectively gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame, really, because they were great.
Yeah.
But I actually like that film. But I know what you're saying, Mike. There's a kind of, once you've seen it, the shock factor's gone.
Yeah.
So it's not the most rewatchable of films, but the less said about the Liam Neeson remake, the better.
I must admit, I don't mind it as pure popcorn cheesy fun.
Yeah.
It's not the best film going,
No.
not by any stretch of the imagination. It's got a good cast,
Yeah.
good score by Jerry Goldsmith. You know, I love a good Jerry Goldsmith score. It's more a kind of wacky funhouse kind of movie.
Yeah.
You know, if you
It's
just
almost like a homage to the original.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely,
Mm.
definitely. So I mean, I'll always like the remake, but the original is a classic, and
Yeah.
it's because it doesn't show you, it hints at it,
Yeah.
so your mind starts making up all this stuff.
It's a
about what
psychological effect. Yeah, it's more
Yeah, that's
psychological.
it. Yeah, that's what I was.
It gets into your head.
Thank you. Yes, that's it. So would it be something that you'd be interested in, Alan? Or
I'm really, really big on my movie history, Mike, to be honest. So I kind of feel it's one of those films. It's a big part of movie history, and it's definitely worth having in your collection, to be honest. Okay, it mightn't be the most rewatchable of things, but I'm actually going to be doing an online course in movie studies in a couple of months or so. I signed up for it online, so
okay,
I'm getting really like Universal and Hammer obviously be a big thing, but any classic black and white horror film, and that is a classic black and white horror film. And I'm one of these people years back were saying, Jesus, you know, what's the point of watching a black and white film in 4K? And then I watched Psycho, and I said, okay, that's why you watch it in 4K.
Yeah.
And whatever it is about black and white films, they just seem to lend themselves to the 4K format. It's the HDR obviously doing its thing. So I definitely, I don't know. You see, last year I definitely overstretched myself because it was such a fabulous year. I really have to pull the reins in a little bit this year, but I definitely want to get my hands on it at some stage.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. What about yourself?
I'm a fan of the film as well. I'm a big fan of kind of Scream Factory releases over the years. They've done some fantastic, the Burning and things that were just amazing kind of restorations. And black and white films look so good in 4K.
They do.
As you say, the Psycho was probably, you couldn't believe how good it was. And then
it looked really, really nice.
So that film, kind of, you say, it's mostly, it plays with your mind, makes you kind of, what you don't see is makes you kind of think about it. As you said, I enjoyed the remake. Was okay too. It was kind of, as you say, a silly film compared, but it was more I kind of sit down and watch and turn your brain off a wee bit. But no, this one your brain works overload as some of the scenes you see in it. So I'm not sure if I'll pre-order it, but I might still pick it up because I've been picking up a lot of Shout Factory stuff recently, and I think this will probably end up being in my collection too.
Yeah. I mean, especially if it's going to be their penultimate release.
Yeah.
As well. I can see that with this,
because they moved all their titles to, was it Groove or something like that?
That's right.
Or something.
Yeah.
And because they shut down their own site altogether.
Yeah.
And they seem to be mostly only re-releasing their other films in steelbook form. I see Piranha out there recently, and I think Alligator 1 and 2 is coming out. And,
do you like steelbooks, Marty?
I'm on the fence.
Yeah, a steel fence.
I reckon Marty went for a big shipment of Scream Factory steelbooks.
Yeah.
Oh, I love their artwork on their recent ones are fantastic. Now they have done an amazing job. Especially, I didn't have them as standard edition, so it wasn't like double tapping. And but that seems to be what they all are doing at the minute. So
yeah, I've got the Vampires one coming on my way.
Oh, Vampire one is lovely.
Looks lovely.
Yeah, I actually watched one of your videos, Marty, and I thought I got to grab that.
Oh,
yeah, it's nice.
It's just nice, and that's a really underrated Carpenter movie as well. So and that steelbook is just beautiful. The guy who actually does the art on these has been, every time I put one up on Instagram, he's been contacting me, thanking me for showing them off.
Oh, that's cool.
Because
nice.
He's done that, and he did Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and he did so like every time I put them up, he says thanks very much. I said, he sent one today, and I said, yeah, you're costing me a fortune. And he said,
Well, you could say to him, send us a couple of more steel books, and I'll put the next one up.
I'll promote you, no problem.
I could never understand that. From what I know, Scream, Shout, Shell, whatever you want to call them, were massively popular over this side of the pond. Maybe even more so than they were in the States. And could they not have gone to somebody over this neck of the woods and said, listen, lads, do you want to go into some sort of partnership or something, a bit like Arrow did with Warner's or whatever? Because the market was there. I mean, I got into them pretty late in the day.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of feeling a bit sad now that a lot of stuff that I would love to have got my hands on, I probably never will. Yeah. Because once you do go into another company, you are effectively gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Scream Factory were like one of the very first US companies that, when the word collector's edition would come up, it would feel like a collector's edition. Yeah. You'd have a new designed artwork slipcover, and then the Amaray cover would probably normally be the original cover, and you'd get a load of features on there. And that's why Scream Factory collector's editions would be a thing to get. The sad thing about it, I always used to, anytime I wanted a Scream Factory release, even on Blu-ray, you was talking about, with a slipcover, you was talking about 45 to 60
big bucks.
pounds.
Yeah, they were expensive.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, I would have to have some of my one of my UK American buddies, if they could grab me a second-hand copy.
Yeah,
that was a way to do it. It's sad because it is one of the stellar companies in the US that kind of would put a proper collector's edition. They did start to get lazy the last year or two, where they would repeat the slipcover with the Amaray, which is kind of going away from what they were doing before. Only seems to be like Vinegar Syndrome and probably Severin and Synapse that are doing the only sort of like collector's editions with slipcovers and everything.
Yeah.
But
I must give Steve Court a shout. Actually, I'm sure hopefully he's still watching. He sent me My Bloody Valentine.
Oh,
from Scream Factory. That transfer is absolutely off the charts. That's reference quality. Like if you want to show off your system,
easily.
I'm glad I bought that as well.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Same here.
Funny how such a beautiful looking transfer scares the shit out of you. It seems to be contradictory in terms, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you can imagine that it was such a low budget slasher, but it looks so stunning on 4K. It just blows the mind. Yeah. It really does blow the mind. What about yourself, Carlos, with The Haunting? Would that be?
You know what? I've seen the movie many years ago, so I don't know if it would be one that I'd grab on 4K. Probably the one. I mean, black and white does look outstanding on 4K. I think the one I would really like would be, I think this one was made in the 60s. Alan will probably know, The Innocents.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I'd love to see that get a 4K one, because that was one of them sort of horror movies where the images, you'd look at the screen thinking, God, is that? Was that this? It gets your mind thinking. I'd love to see that get a 4K release.
Carlos, can you qualify what you meant when you said, Alan will know what was in the 60s? What's the inference there? Do you mind?
Well, it's kind of your sort of not era, but it's kind of like your
basically, Alan, you're an old fucker, basically.
Well, okay, you're a little bit older than me, sort of thing, and
just don't look it. That's all.
It's your sort of era, yeah. Because I sort of think, the Hammer sort of.
I know what you're saying.
But I mean, there's nothing wrong with 4K with black and white. I mean,
no, it's not.
You look at some of the ones. I think some of my favourite ones, like the Shawshank, not the Shawshank, the Schindler's List, and
Raging Bull.
It's a Wonderful Life. When I saw them on 4K, I was like, wow.
Raging Bull, Carlos.
Yeah.
Raging Bull looks absolutely phenomenal.
There's just something about black and white on 4K. It really.
The image seems more solid, doesn't it? There's a bigger. What's the word I'm looking for? it's deeper almost. Like it
Yeah.
it almost feels 3D. Some of the really
Yeah.
good films, like
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
So if we get any more Lauren Hardy movies, please get them on 4K.
Oh, no, I'd buy a 4K Laurel and Hardy box set tomorrow. If it
So
ever
would
came
I.
out.
So would I. And Abbott and
Great.
Costello.
No comment from Carlos.
Not a touch on Lauren Hardy. They wouldn't even polish their boots.
Actually,
Uh,
for Christmas one year, my family bought me a lovely bronze bust of Laurel and Hardy,
Oh,
sitting
Oh,
on a
nice.
park bench. They are the greatest movie comedy duo of all time. End of story. There's nobody even close.
it is absolutely.
And
Yeah,
funny
no.
enough, my favorite film of them isn't even a film; it's a short. It's called The Music Box.
That's
You
the
must
one
have
they
seen
got the Oscar.
Yeah, but they're shoving the piano up the stairs. I mean,
Yeah,
not,
they won like best short film.
yeah, not one word of smut, no nothing, just pure physical, hilarious comedy. Never be beaten.
yeah, I have to agree with that. I mean, I'll love Abbott and Costello just as much, but they were the pioneers. They were definitely the
Yeah.
pioneers of like the comedy double acts,
Hmm.
especially with like the silent era.
Yeah.
You know.
I think for me, why I swing towards Laurel and Hardy a little bit is that they actually got on really well together. They were very close friends. And I know Abbott and Costello didn't particularly get on well together. And I think in some of their later films, it shows a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me seeing things that aren't there, but I definitely get a vibe sometimes that they're just not quite got the chemistry as well as Laurel and Hardy did.
Did you
Yeah.
watch the Lauren and Hardy film that it released a few years ago?
Oh, the Steve Coogan
and
John
John
C.
C.
Yeah, it's terrific.
That was,
Terrific.
but
That's
John C. Riley. Oh my God Almighty, you wouldn't even know it was him. He played.
Yeah.
He was
Mm.
fantastic, but both of them were fantastic, and
Yeah.
the film was
Yeah.
amazing. But like, it was sad too. Kind of
Was
the way
sad.
kind of
The end.
how
Yeah.
it finished,
Yeah.
kind of up for them, both of them. Like, but
It's a wonderful tribute to them.
Do you know
It
something
was.
Marty, with that movie? The only thing about that movie, I really, really wished it would have been 45 minutes, half an hour longer.
Yeah.
yeah, it sped through parts a wee bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if that was a 3-hour movie, I mean, I said to my brother, I said, what a fantastic movie. I mean, if that was 3 hours, I would have gone for that. I really would have.
It's the world we live in, Carlos. It seems to me now anything over 2 hours and people are throwing their hands up in the air saying, oh, Jesus, how am I supposed to watch a film for longer than 2 hours?
But like Marty says, because they got there's such a story to say about them and their body of work, it was nicely brought into the story how they become and how they got sort of popular, and it kind of skipped a little bit, quite a bit. There was there's a pretty big jump in the movie.
Yeah, it went from kind of they're really, really successful to they haven't been talking to each other for 10 years or something, and then they're going and over the UK to get to do this tour.
I'd love that to be like a mini series or a TV series, because I think it's something you could really, really do. You know, but
yeah, I still need to watch that film, so I might have to try and pick it up cheap on Blu-ray and give it a watch for definite.
it's
That's
great.
very good.
So, right, so moving on to the last three titles, and they're all Synapse releases. We're going to do all three all in one go. So you've got, first of all, you've got Scott Spiegel's Intruder, which is getting a 4K release from Synapse, set in a supermarket that is closing down, and there is someone on the loose hacking and slashing their way through the through the workers. Then there's Prom Night, which we were talking about earlier on with Jamie Lee Curtis again. And then we have Street Trash from 1987, I do believe, about a drink that's given to hobos and they start dying in gory, messy, explosive ways.
Sponsored by Jack Daniels.
Yes. Yes. Old style Jack Daniels. So, out of those three, I mean, I've got Intruder on Blu-ray from Umbrella, so that'll do me. It's not a film that I'll rewatch over and over again, but I did enjoy it when I see it. I won't be picking it up on 4K. Prom Night, that's one that I'll have to try and pick up a cheap Blu-ray of to watch it. and then if I want to upgrade, I will do Street Trash. I've tried umpteen hundred times to try and get into it. I've seen clips of later on in the film, and I'm like, oh, I really need to watch that. And then when I stick it on, I'm like, there's a lot of chuff to go through before you get to the gory bits. So that one's not for me. Alan, which one of those three would you pick up on 4K?
I've only seen Prom Night. To be honest, I wasn't crazy about it. So I don't think I'd be too bothered. Looking at the montage of pictures that you put up there reminded me of spending nights in the local video store, walking up and down the aisle, looking at these lovely covers. I said, I'll rent that one. That's a nice cover. And then it's a pile of shite when you get home and watch it. God be with the days. But no, I just was never crazy about Prom Night. The other two, maybe, as you say, if there's cheap Blu-rays, or maybe I can stream it somewhere and have a look.
Yeah.
See what I think.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, I did enjoy that one. But as I say, it's not one that I'll revisit often, but when he gets into it, it is quite good fun. And there's
he looks a bit like Conor Gray.
He needs the beard, a very big beard.
But no, Umbrella did release this, as I say, on Blu-ray, but I've got the standard one, and it's also got Sam Raimi in it, and it's got Bruce Campbell in a cameo role.
Yeah, there were small roles.
Yes, yeah. So
God bless Bruce Campbell. We wish him well.
Yeah. We wish him well soon, because he's just
icon.
The Chin is a legend. He really is.
The Chin.
He's an absolute icon.
Yeah, he is. And we wish him all the best, and get well soon, Bruce. We're all behind you, mate. We really are. So sorry, Alan, you were saying
no, the other two at Prom Night I've seen not crazy about, so probably won't bother. The other two, as I said, if I can watch them streaming somewhere or pick up a cheap Blu-ray, I'll have a look at them.
Yeah.
I used to work in the supermarket, so Intruder would be good. Give me a few tips if I ever go back to work in there,
Oh, I'll tell you what, I could have done with some of those tips when I was working in the supermarket, I'll tell you.
Every little helps.
Oh, yeah. Until you get pissed off and you start hacking people up with a bread slicing machine. Alan, sorry, not Alan, Marty. I'm sorry, I must be tired. Marty.
Well, I've seen the Intruder as well. I thought that was a good wee kind of slasher film. I'm not sure would be rushing it to get in 4K. The other two, wouldn't really bother me at all. Prom, whatever. Don't think I've even seen it. To tell you the truth, because I've probably heard it was not really worth watching, and I thought I'll stay away from it. So I'm wouldn't be pushed to get them on 4K now. I might pick them up, as you say, on Blu-ray, cheap, to see if they're any good, and then make my mind up then. But I won't be pre-ordering them anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I think there was an original Blu-ray of Street Trash on 88 Films The Vault. Well, I don't know how much that goes for now, but then they did re-release it, like a different company, with the modern remake as like a twin pack, and I think that was about 20 quid. Right. I did have it, and I ended up selling it. So yeah. But Carlos, what about yourself for those last three?
Prom Night, I do already own the collector's edition on 101 Films. I think Dan sent it to me. I've only really kept it in the collection because of Jamie Lee Curtis, to be honest. It's only really worth watching the movie. I mean, I know people. It's got its fans. I mean, it's only really worth watching Jamie Lee Curtis dancing, really. So it's one of the movies I don't really return often to watch it. So getting that on 4K, no. Intruder's actually a slasher movie from the 80s. For some strange reason, it's always skipped me by. But the likelihood is I'll probably pick up a Blu-ray release if I ever saw it in CEX. So, again, it would be a blind buy. And Street Trash, I think I would skip that one. So these three titles, I don't really pick up many releases from Synapse, if I'm really honest, because they normally are quite limited and pretty expensive, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's the same with the Deadly Spawn. I mean, look how much that went for in the end.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting a cheap Blu-ray from Rarewares It was an Italian release, plays in English, no no burnt in subtitles, and I thought, yeah, it's not too bad. I think I paid about £8 for it in the end, and I thought it's not a bad film. So, yeah, might be worth checking Rarewares. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for the titles. So, what we're going to do, we're going to crack on with the rest of the comments, and then it'll be over to Captain Carlos on the rumor high seas. And we have Jody here from Jody's Movie Realm. Evening, everyone. Enjoying the stream, lads. Thank you very much for joining us, Jody.
Hey, Jody.
It is a pleasure to have you here. So
Lovely
nice
girl,
to see
Jody.
the Irish taking over. Oh,
Jodie has a great channel. She does
She's just a really good
lots and
channel,
lots of videos. She just moved home, and now she's finding how difficult it is to get all your films put in place.
Oh, it's a night.
Yeah,
you never realize how much you have till you have to unpack it all.
Yeah, I see one of her videos. It was a boutique labels haul, and yeah, the amount that she picked up was absolutely phenomenal.
You know, she's right too. Like I said earlier, you don't have to get everything in 4K. Blu-ray is still a very, very viable format.
Yeah,
she gets a lot on just DVD as well. Like, and she's happy enough with the
That's
DVD
fair
qualities. I watch DVDs on the projector, and it looks grand. It looks good. Like, if sometimes the sound is actually better on a DVD copy than actually some of the Blu-rays. It seems you get the original kind of cinema sound. But
I've got a question for you guys. I mean, sometimes with me, I don't know if you guys have your sort of purchasing habits. I mean, for myself, I'll give you an example. TV shows. I mean, we haven't talked about the Stranger Things TV series announcement on our video. So I suppose we'll do that next month.
Yeah. I was going to say that for next month.
Normally on TV series, because it's something that I know I'm not going to watch all that often. If I'm ever going to get a TV series, it's just normally Blu-ray. I don't go down the 4K route, whether it's for Game of Thrones or anything else. So that's kind of one habit that I always sort of stick by. A lot of the martial art movies, on sort of today's announcement, we are going to be getting some new Jackie Chan movies in a beautiful Arrow 4K set. And while I do have the Bruce Lee movies on 4K, I've always sort of said, right, kung fu martial art movies I do enjoy, but they're not kind of like the go-to genre for me. So a lot of the Jackie Chan movies and some of the Van Damme movies, the Jimmy Wang Yu movies, and even the Shore Scope movies, I'm happy to have those on Blu-ray. And I've kind of stuck to my guns and say, right, I'm not going to get those on 4K. But then on the other side, some of my favorite actors, Eastwood, Arnie, Stallone, Bronson, McQueen, De Niro, even their bad movies, I would always purchase them on 4K because I know I'm going to be watching those movies over and over again. So these are kind of sort of purchasing habits that I always stick to. So my question is to Marty and Alan. Do you guys have any kind of purchasing habits that you stick to strictly? Alan.
I'd be like you, Carlos. I'm not big into martial arts. To be honest, the only 4K martial arts film I have is Enter the Dragon, and that's because it was in a Warner Brothers box set that I got a few years ago for their 100th anniversary or whatever. I have certain actors that I love, like yourself. Like I do love Clint Eastwood as well. Robert Downey Jr. is another one. I would always get their films on 4K because even they're lesser films. And there are times a film that maybe you didn't previously like all that much, you actually get an enhanced viewing pleasure from watching it on 4K if they've done a good job on it. I mean, it's a great film, but I mean, how good was Dirty Harry on 4K, for Christ's sake?
Oh, wow, yeah.
You're just going, and that was well worth the purchase. But just certain actors and certain genres, as I said, I still think Blu-ray is a very, very viable format. There's certain films that I've bought only on Blu-ray. I don't love them. I like them, and I'm just happy to have them in the collection in any way. I don't see the sense in forking out for a 4K collector's edition. if I just like the film. It has to be a film that I love.
Yeah.
It's got to be a film that I love. The only TV shows I've ever bought, Sopranos. Bought the Blu-ray box set because I think it's one of the best gangster TV shows ever done, and I just wanted to have a permanent copy of it. And Breaking Bad, because again, an iconic TV show that I really love. I've got a heap of Doctor Who stuff, but half Blu-ray, half DVD. They don't do an awful lot in 4K, but that's about it. But yeah, particularly after last year, we all know what a great year it was, but I definitely did overstretch things a bit too much. So the purse strings have got to tighten up a little bit this year. So. And you have to learn to be patient. As you said earlier on, maybe a Blu-ray release comes out and you think, oh, I must get that. And you just have to know your labels. Like certain labels have got a habit of bringing it out on Blu-ray, and then 3 to 6 months later, along comes the 4K. Just be patient. If you want it badly enough, you'll get it somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And just be patient. But, and definitely as you get older, you get fussier.
Yeah.
No two ways about it. There was a time literally I'd walk into HMV and spend 50, 60 quid without breaking sweat on stuff and bringing it home thinking, Jesus, did I really want this? So now going forward, I'll be very, very selective. This is why this community is so good. You'll see somebody has bought this particular release that you might be interested in, then there'll always be an honest review. They'll say whether it's worth their while or not. So that's the best thing about this whole community. So yeah, a fool and his money are easily parted, as they say, but you get a bit wiser as you get older.
It's kind of why I do those community posts when there is a release that I always put out there, such and such is coming out, because there's nothing worse than grabbing a title, say like on Blu-ray or 4K, and you've gone to that country only to know that there's going to be a release of it. But that's kind of why I do those community posts of certain titles that are getting released to kind of get it out there. And I always put, the last bit I always put in the text, any takers, because whether it's Australia, America, or UK, I just sort of think it's always good to sort of spread the word. Releases are out there, because there's nothing worse than kind of missing out on the collector's edition, because there's just so much out there. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Sometimes the hype doesn't live up to the execution as well. I mean, we all remember The Hitcher. That was getting promoted for 2 years solid.
Yeah.
And everyone said, oh, this thing is gone in 5 minutes. There's still loads of them out there.
Yeah.
That was a surprise for that.
And you know what? It's a lovely addition. I'm glad to have it. But it's not the most astonishing 4K transfer you've ever seen in your life either. It's good. It's probably the best the film will ever look. I don't know what director was that said it, but he said there's no way they can get that film out in 4K. The source material is just not that great. So
it was damaged severely.
So to do what they did was great, and no regrets. But I think Second Sight were a little bit unlucky as well. They were pushing this for 2 years, but there's lots of other stuff coming out. And if you're going to promote it, you've got to deliver the goods as well in a timely manner. If you don't, people will move on to something else, and that's why there's so many of them left, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably true enough. They probably overestimated how many people were going to buy. Like, even though I did pre-order whenever it was released because it was a film I wanted, and the 4K is very good in parts. Now, just not parts, especially at a garage scene where it's as grainy as you're going to get.
That's true.
But any of the outdoor scenes and some of the sunsets and things are fantastic looking. So, Second Sight, if they're the company that's going to get the best out of it, if it's going to be bad source material, they're the ones find a way. Like, even though by the sound of it, they're going to release it as a Dead Man's Shoes, and it says it can't get a good enough one for 4K, so they're going to just release it in Blu-ray. And that's been they're been doing that for the last couple of years, talking about releasing it.
They're honest about it.
Yeah, that's what they said. Like they said that they weren't going to be able to get a 4K quality out of it. Like they said, it wasn't worth trying. It would actually make the film look worse than it was a Blu-ray. And you get some films there. I buy films that I know that on Blu-ray, I don't need to buy them on 4K because they're not a film that's going to need 4K to make it look good. Because if it's a recent enough film, it's going to look probably good anyway.
Yeah.
And some films, like action films and sometimes in sci-fi films, they do look better maybe in 4K. But if it's just a kind of a normal comedy or something like that, 4K is not going to make it any funnier.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just going to be
Oh,
still the
that's fair
same
enough.
film.
Yeah.
And I'd rather that they do a Blu-ray with lots of nice, good extras on it instead of
Yeah.
forcing a 4K with nothing on it. So, and when it comes to TV series, unless it's something I really like, I won't get in 4K. Nearly, if I don't buy many series, but if I do, I'll just get it on Blu-ray. I think I got maybe The Last of Us. I got that in 4K because I really enjoyed that series. But other than that, just be when it comes to TV series, it would just be Blu-ray only. Because I can't see, like most TV series, the budget on them isn't going to make it worth looking better in 4K anyway than it would be in Blu-ray.
But sometimes a 4K can make a film look worse.
It can because it emphasizes especially in anything with
Dodgy CGI or something like that.
It can make it look god awful. CGI, like then you get some recent films with some dodgy CGI that last Indiana Jones maybe. Sweet Lord. But I think you just have to pick your battles and what way you're going to pick in certain films and certain TV series and what you really want. If you just want a good film, just get the Blu-ray. But if you want the best of one of your favorite films, and you think 4K is going to do it, go for it.
Yeah, stick to your purchasing habits, and because like I say, you can easily do some damage with your bank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's actually some sage advice. That
Especially
really
now,
is.
the prices are gone a bit mental now. Have you seen the prices at 30 Days of Night 4K steelbook that's coming out?
Just embarrassing, isn't it?
Excuse the
50
language,
quid.
they can fuck right off. It's not happening.
And I love that film.
It's a great film.
And I have a steelbook off the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray of that looks fantastic.
It does, exactly.
You haven't got a steelbook of that, Marty, have you?
I
would not
just fell out
I would not have known that.
Colour me surprised.
You are the original Man of Steel.
But that Blu-ray, it looks fantastic. So I don't know why I'm sure the 4K is going to be actually much of an increase in quality. Yeah. But then there's a lot of dark scenes, so maybe that might help. But that'd be mostly HDR, not just 4K. And if it's not done right, it'll look bad.
Of course.
But at 50 quid, I think
it's only a marginal improvement. They're not getting 50 quid off.
That's it. Like it does. A recent films isn't going. It's only going to be a marginal improvement anyway. Yeah. So and for the amount of money they're looking for it, they can end up getting hit hard there with not many people wanting to buy it because it's just too dear.
Guarantee you 6 months from now it'll be gone for about half the price, or wait for Amazon Italy to do something with it.
2 for 40 or something like that. They'll be in.
Same here. So we've actually got Keith. Keith has joined us.
Hello,
Keith.
Hello, mate.
Keith is the godfather of the Irish mafia.
I'm waiting for him to put up a thing with it, doing a really bad Marlon Brando going, I'm going to make him another again review.
You know what? I was actually contemplating on an idea because I'd been speaking to Keith back and forth this week, and I thought, maybe it was a little bit too late, but I actually thought today, and I thought, wouldn't it have been great to have just had Keith as a secret cameo as the head honcho of got Irish mafia. That would have been a cool idea. But maybe next time. Definitely we'll have to get Keith on.
I'm not taking orders off him.
Yeah.
not anymore, anyway.
But no, he says hello to all and everyone in the chat. Hope you're all enjoying your evening. It's been a blast so far, mate. I'm just glad that you could
listen. There was a lot of inspiration for me to get my own channel set up, but 100% Keith was the main guy. I said that's how I want to do it. That's how
myself. Keith and John Perry were the two ones who got me kind of involved, and both I asked them would it be worth starting a channel, and they both were very positive and helpful in any way they could be. So, two good guys.
Just don't ever take a lift off John Marty.
I'll have to see how it's like.
We've got Steve Coy saying he's wondering what's happening with the Screen Factory 4K Day of the Dead. Just hoping that Second Sight get the UK rights. Yeah, I mean, I've got a feeling that if that's going to be their magnum opus, like the one that they literally say, right, this is our our party piece, and then that's it. We're riding off into the sunset, and that's probably going to be a good way to go out. That could be why we haven't had as many announcements from them.
I'd rather second sight did it.
Yeah, I would as well.
Well, second sight edition would look brilliant, but Screen Factories now they do look amazing when they do a 4K transfer, as you can see with all their, as you say, My Bloody Valentine and The Burning were two amazing looking films. So if they work together, maybe it might save.
It's a good idea.
Screen Factory a bit.
Yeah, no, that's it'd be interesting to see if Second Sight do that one. I'd definitely pick it up for certain. Jeff says that he's never had any problems with German 4Ks himself. He does think that there are some so shady ones, but the ones he's had are all excellent, to be fair. I mean, I must admit, I had a German Blu-ray come through today called The Evil with Richard Crenna, and it was a horror film from 1978. And you know what? That actually looked pretty damn good. It really did look pretty damn good. And I really enjoyed it as well. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, and I think it was about 15 quid off of Amazon. Amazon Germany, sealed, and really enjoyed it. So,
sorry, go ahead, Marty.
Oh, them Amazon sites are like the European sites are just gold mines for getting good value.
Yeah,
because I got that Ben-Hur edition, and it's arriving tomorrow. Like it was 14. I know it was expensive, €49, but it was 59 sterling. I think on Amazon UK, which is a massive.
I need to ask Marty: is that a steelbook edition?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Of course it is. When
it's not actually the best looking steelbook now, I tell you the truth. It's actually a bit plain, but it actually suits the kind of the film really, and the edition itself looks fantastic. So I'm looking forward. It arrives tomorrow. They actually it was supposed to arrive tomorrow, and then they sent me a message today. Oh, we tried to deliver it today, but there was no one in. I'm thinking these bollockses weren't supposed to be delivering it today. So I'll get it tomorrow now, easier.
When Gene Hackman passed, I desperately wanted to get a good 4K copy of Mississippi Burning, and I went onto Amazon UK, and they had a Cape Light edition, but they were selling it for €90. And I went directly onto Cape Light's website, and they still had it. It was €32.
Cape Light are very good.
You, Alan, you showed it.
It's a lovely media book. Now it's all in bloody German, but to be fair, the 4K transfer is fantastic on it, and it's my favorite film of his.
Oh yeah,
what a film!
What a film!
The barbershop scene alone.
Cracking film.
Brad Dourif, God, he actually looked like he was shitting himself.
Yeah, Steve Dourif, he was like on that chair. I mean, like wow. I mean, Gene Hackman in that scene. I mean, he's one scary dude.
Yeah.
I've often thought people often say Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Is there anybody else that could have done it? Gene Hackman maybe could have put that. Yeah, I think
Gene Hackman in Mississippi Burning and in Unforgiven when he gives Richard Harris a beat down.
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell, yeah. He could be a right mean bastard in films.
And also when he roughed up that guy in the Afro Caribbean American guy in The French Connection.
Yeah.
He was really scary in that.
Yeah. Oh fucking hell, yeah.
And you know, I absolutely love his cameo in Young Frankenstein. Absolutely, it's one of the funniest things ever put on film in history. It's so fucking, and he's grabbing. Oh, you must have been the biggest in your class.
Then at the end, wait, don't go. I was going to make espresso.
He's not credited in that. He didn't. He said, "I don't want to screen credit for it." He just did it as a favor for the guy.
I still say the greatest cameo ever, hands down.
Yeah,
greatest cameo ever. No one can change my mind on that.
Unless Keith comes on all of a sudden, that might stop it.
Oh, that would be a good cameo.
Yeah.
Connor says, guys, off to farmer's market with family. Enjoy the cold weather. We will, you bastard. And Steve, so there's one before. Steve says he's still here, and he says he agrees with us on Black and White on 4K. Watched Vinegar Syndrome 4K. The Dam Busters last week.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I didn't even know they released it on 4K.
Yeah. That's
Interesting.
that's a good film, though.
I need to pick that up. I really do need to pick
do
it up.
some interesting releases. They can be anything.
Oh God, yeah. They could probably release a film of someone just shitting in a dustbin on 4K and people will buy it. But still.
They've got Hammer. They have a Hammer film called The Man Who Could Cheat Death that Carlos recommended to me. That I picked up and I really enjoyed it. And I have to say, it's a really good movie.
Yeah, I think I've got the Eureka Blu-ray of it. It was only like a tenner out of CEX, and I remember watching it on, I think it was Amazon Prime years ago, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I thought, yeah, I'll pick it up, and yeah, I'm glad to have it in the collection. And a little bonus tidbit, but Anton Differin is actually buried in Braintree.
Okay.
In a cemetery in Braintree, yeah.
I'll give you some more useless trivia. Anton Differing is in Escape to Victory.
Yes, he is. He's at the end.
He's the commentator.
Yes. Yeah. Good actor, he was. Really good actor.
He's also in a very good, it's not a Hammer film, it's by Amicus called The Beast Must Die. It's like an Agatha Christie film where loads of people are gathered in a room and one of them is a werewolf and bit by bit.
Yeah, that's available on Indicator, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. That's a decent movie.
I had that, and I must admit, I was enjoying it up until the werewolf break, and it just killed any tension and suspense. And I was like, really? Oh, fucking hell. What a load of shite. And I was like, right, yeah, that's totally ruined the fucking movie for me. It really has.
Mike doing his Barry Norman routine again.
Oh, yeah. I give it 1. Yeah. So the last comment we've got is from Steve, and he says, Intruder had a great Blu-ray release from Umbrella. Yeah, I've got the standard one. I know Keith had the limited edition one, which looks equally nice, but I couldn't justify.
No, I can't wait for my delivery from them. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I bet, mate. They do some amazing stuff.
It's only one set, but it's a 40.
Big one.
Yeah, it's 45 films from Universal. That'll do, mate.
Yeah, that is a really tasty set.
A good weekend watch.
Yes.
Yeah, a bit like The Man Who Shit the Bucket. If VS released it, I know John Perry would still have something good to say.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. John is one of the most positive people I've ever met in my life.
And that's funny. Oh. Right. So that's the end of the comments at the moment. So, Mr. Rumors.
Not as much this month. I mean, again, these rumors are from American sources. I must say, we will be getting more Van Damme movies on 4K. Street Fighter will be getting a 4K release, due for a release at the end of the year. That could be that's in the works. Also, Tom Hanks in the Da Vinci Code. I think there's going to be an extended version of that on 4K. I think that's going to be getting a kind of 4K steelbook. I think it could be a 20th anniversary edition. That is also in the works.
Yeah, a big box set. I've seen kind of. I think it's on Zavi. Maybe they might have been saying kind of the pre-order. Like the normal hard box and steelbook and probably posters and art cards and things.
Yeah, but I think the extended version is going to be. I think the main reason why they're releasing it. I think they might be releasing an extended separate to the theatrical release. It's been years since I watched that movie. One that's really surprised me. Executive decision with Kurt Russell and a smaller role for Steven Seagal. That's going to be getting a 4K edition. I think there's going to be an anniversary edition of that with an uncensored version, which I don't recall seeing that. The uncensored version. I'm pretty sure it was. It's got me curious.
I wonder
uncensored.
What's been censored in it?
Yeah, I mean,
uncensored.
If it's a Lupus Seagal getting killed, I'll watch it anyway.
Yeah. him with his top off. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that was a bit of a shocker. That's there's work on executive decision getting the 4K release. Another one which I think this one's going to be good on 4K, even though I'm not a musical movie fan, but you're going to get the original West Side Story getting a 4K release. I think in the US it's going to be in a media book collector's edition from a 8K scan.
Wow.
What they did with Dirty Harry, that was an 8K scan. So
Natalie Wood's really good. Natalie Wood's really good.
I remember watching that on TV, and I remember how well that looked in its colours. So
it's very bright fun.
I can imagine that's going to look outstanding in that one.
Some great tunes.
Also, the Cable Guy is going to be getting a 4K release.
Oh yeah,
brilliant!
Which is one of Jim Carrey's most underrated movies. I mean, that's a very, very dark comedy movie.
Black comedy. He's fantastic.
So I think I probably would
I'd pick that up.
4K collector's edition. I think that's going to be a 30th anniversary edition. Again,
oh Jesus, 30 years, Christ!
That's going to be I mean, I will say if you're going to get a release on 4K, make it an anniversary edition. It just makes that a whole lot bigger. Also, on the last live stream that we did, I did sort of mention that a new 4K Rambo 5 movie set was going to be getting released. I think now that's definitely going to be getting a May or June release.
Who's doing it, Carlos?
It's going to be in the US. It's going to be in the US.
Oh, Lionsgate, is it?
Lionsgate did the original. Did they? They did a kind of big steel.
They've done the Blu-ray
set before.
Yeah, I do have the Blu-ray steelbook set. There's going to be the theatrical and uncut versions of most of the movies. I don't think the first one or two. It'll probably be part 4 and part 5. The issue was with the release before that they weren't done in Dolby Atmos, and the color grading in the Rambo 3 movie wasn't correct. So, you know, a lot of work's going to be done on the Rambo 3 movie. So expect that one. If you're going to try and grab, if you miss the boat, it will sell out fast, like the previous steelbook release from the US, which goes for crazy money. Also, another kind of Marvel movie that's kind of forgotten really is Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage.
I love that.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Very underrated one. That one.
The sequel was awful.
Twice
the budget, and it was bad.
I could see the Nicolas Cage fans probably jumping on that. And the last kind of rumor section, again, there's not a whole lot this time round, is the Harrison Ford movie Firewall is going to be getting a 4K anniversary edition. So again, all those releases were from American sources. Any of these movies interest you, Alan, or Marty?
All of them.
Okay,
they all sound good to me.
We'll put it like this: if you had to pick one of those editions, I can probably kind of guess, or one or two you wouldn't mind getting. What would you?
I definitely want. Cable Guy for definite.
Yeah, Cable Guy and Ghost Rider sound like two films that I'll just love.
But I'd love the Rambo set. Although I have a very strange relationship with the Rambo films because I love the first one, First Blood. But to me, he's a different character after that.
Yeah.
You know, he goes off and he bulks himself up by whatever means necessary. We don't want to piss Jeff off, so we won't say anything. But
you remember that live?
Oh, I remember.
We went back and forth on that one, but he just wouldn't have it.
Yeah, he nearly spontaneously combusted, but it was good fun. But
we knew where John Rambo went. He went to the gym with a chemical supply.
Drank lots of Lucozade and Bob's.
Yeah.
But he's a completely different character in the sequels. Like he basically apparently won the Vietnam War by himself, and you know, look, as action movies, they're great. You know, and I got a lot of enjoyment for them, but part of me wishes that maybe First Blood had been the only one, because it's not an action movie.
Yeah.
It's almost a psychological drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the way America treats its war veterans, which we all know is true.
Mm.
I think Brian Dennehy's fucking amazing in it.
He's
He's
fantastic.
such a prick.
Yeah.
And I just remember I saw it in the cinema. I said, "Wow, I hope they never do a sequel to that, because that's just such a good movie." And apparently, the original draft was he was going to get killed at the end of it.
Absolutely.
And somebody said, "Oh no, hang on, lads, we smell another franchise here." So, look, they're as action movies. The sequels are fine; they're perfectly enjoyable. But I don't have the same feeling of love for them. But having said that, I would love to have them in a nice steel box set.
Yeah.
They'd be nice to have.
Well, put it like this, Alan. I mean, really, Rambo 2 was the movie that really kickstarted the 80s action.
Yeah, that's true.
Sort of genre. It really did put. I mean, if we didn't have Rambo 2, we wouldn't have had Arnie, putting out his movies and all the others, Van Damme and all the others that followed. Yeah, I mean, out of those releases, the Cable Guy,
The Bad Commando.
Get to the chopper.
I mean, out of those releases, the Cable Guy, the Rambo set, Executive Decision. That's got me kind of curious. What is this uncensored version?
Yeah.
I won't pre-order it, but if I watch a review of it, I'll be interested to see how different it's going to be.
Yeah,
I remember seeing it in the cinema, and when Seagal gets killed, one guy by sitting behind me says, "Good riddance, you bollocks."
Did we all cheer?
Yes. I can't. Sorry, I don't like saying the word hate, but I can't stand that guy. I really can't stand that guy.
I didn't mind him in his peak movies, but
he got delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, Barry Norman talking about the film Hard to Kill. He says it should be called Bloody Impossible to Kill. He shows him driving the car, and there's hardly anything left, glass gone, bullet holes everywhere, and he's still sitting in the middle of driving away, bouncing away. Thinking, how the hell, not one bullet hit him?
Well, I think what happened was that the bullets were flying off his gelled sort of ponytail. He was sliding them off.
He was using the power of pushing them away as he was driving, using their own power against themselves.
Look, those pieces would interest you, Mike?
Yeah, I've got two. I would say Executive Decision, because I just think that is a brilliant film. Absolutely love it. I think Kurt Russell is great in it. And also the fact that Steven Seagal's only in it for about 3-5 minutes. And then I would say possibly the Rambo set. I mean, I've got the first three on the Studio Canal 4K. I've got Rambo on Lionsgate 4K. But I would be interested to see how they would look with new grading, and apparently they've sorted out the audio for one of the films as well, because apparently the audio across every single release has been cocked up.
Yeah.
So apparently they fixed it. So, and if there's any other things they've done to make it look as good as it can, I'd be all over that. Definitely. So definitely those two for me. Easily. What about yourself, Carlos?
Well, yeah, Cable Guy and the Rambo. I think the Rambo one I definitely will pre-order. I mean, the set before, it was pretty expensive, but I did pre-order that through Amazon.com. I assume it's going to be from Amazon.com.
Well, let's hope it's not a Lionsgate only edition, like last. They've done a lot of films they get, and they just make it.
Yeah,
I hate when they do that.
That'll be on Universal Entertainment, Marty. I'm sure they'll get it.
Oh, they've got a lot of Lionsgate from them, because that's the only place you can really get them. Well, I've actually got an order from Lionsgate direct, but somebody straight to America who's coming over here in the next couple of weeks. So I thought
that's the way to do it.
I could do it that way.
I'm not sure if that Rambo release is going to be limited, because I mean, I think that the previous Steelbook set, I think that was a Best Buy Steelbook set.
Yeah, it was Best Buy and Lionsgate worked together at that time.
Yeah, it was in that little red sort of set, which was a nice set. but mine did have a slight little ding. But you know, it's something that you can't send back.
No.
You know?
No.
I've seen Keith getting one. Somebody sent it to him as a gift. That Rambo set. I went, you jammy bollocks.
What are you trying to say, Marty?
I even said it to him. He says, you just jammy bollocks. Like, I was getting that as a gift, like, because it's such a beautiful set.
Well, he's got his contacts out there. You know, like I say,
Yeah.
being head honcho of the Irish Mafia has its perks.
Yeah.
Same me at Fox's horse head.
Do you know what though? I love watching him do those videos because he really is like a kid at Christmas.
Oh Jesus, seriously, you see the joy.
He's so genuine. He's so genuine when he receives the stuff, and he's so grateful. Like, you know, I mean, I've sent him a few bits and pieces, and he sends me some lovely messages. Like, you know, he's a good guy. You know, and so hopefully we'll see him back on YouTube very soon.
Yeah, definitely. So on that note, we've got 3 more here from Jeff before we go. He says, "Oh God, Seagal." He says he's not
He's
the
got
biggest...
all his movies, hasn't he? Even his shit ones. And shit ones.
Oh God, these shit ones. I'd use them as target practice.
Yeah.
He said, "Just give us Under Siege 2 on 4K, and I'll be good on 4K Seagal."
There is a rumor on that.
Yeah, that's I heard a big rumor for that too.
Yeah, I'll be picking that up for definite. And he also says he saw the announcement for the Rambo set on Facebook earlier. Got them on 4K individually, but might be interested. So that is literally it for the comments. That's it for the rumors, and that is it for the announced titles, and that is it, sadly, for the live stream. It's been an absolute blast. It really has. It's been great to have you guys on. You know, especially you, Marty, for like the first time. I hope you've enjoyed it, mate.
Using his cherry.
Yes.
You're a natural, Marty. You're a natural, Marty.
The time has flew as well, so
it always does.
Yeah, it really has, mate. But no, it's been an absolute joy to have both of you on.
Thanks, mate.
And yeah, no, you're more than welcome. You both are, and it's great to have Carlos as a co-host, because you know we just bounce ideas back and forth and just see what sticks, pretty much. And this one, I think, has definitely been another winner.
Yeah, they're 2 great guests.
Marty sees the fucking invoice.
That's right. Marty said he's going to send me his steelbook collection for having me on. Having me on, so you know,
you need
fantastic.
You need another room.
I'd like to say, because we didn't mention it at first, both Alan's channel and Marty's channel will be in the description box down below. Guys, do go over and support these guys. Genuine guys in the community, and they definitely deserve more subscribers to their channel. Alan and obviously Marty. And for sure, you know, we definitely have them on again.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's been great fun, lads. Thank you very much for having me. Had a blast. The 2 gentlemen of YouTube.
Yes.
Well,
cheers.
Well, we do our best to please. We really do. But
we tried to get a little bit organised, even though the intro didn't fucking start off. But you know, you got to have these. You got to have
5-4. Well, in fairness, the thing that throws me is like, there's Mike with the Starfleet top on, and who's the one that looks more like Jean-Luc Picard, in fairness, Carlos?
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I'm going to say, it's always fun. I mean, like I say, when you get like-minded people, I mean, obviously I'd spoken to Alan for quite a while, as early back as last summer, I think, Alan.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
When you was kind of supporting the streams that me and Dan and Jeff were doing. I knew in the near future you was definitely going to be getting the channel out.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, Marty, I've been watching Marty for quite a while. Originally last year, I think we wanted to get Marty on a live stream, but obviously that didn't happen. So it was only a matter of time that, you know, that we'd have a moment and sort of do a live stream together. It just kind of made sense, the 2 of you together. with the Irish clan, I thought it would work really, really well. Even though Alan's slightly more experienced, because Alan has been putting himself out there in life
You're a
the
bit of
last couple of weeks.
Rephrase that a little bit, will you? I don't want me mother.
Basically, it's a good thing getting yourself out there, getting your channel out there, and it kind of adds to your channel as well because it shows your personality and you're interacting with other guys in the community, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think the very first live stream that I did, I was insanely nervous. I mean, as I said in the message to Carlos earlier on, whenever I do a live stream, I do still get nervous now, even though I've got a little bit more experience. He'll know what I'm going to say. I normally end up saying, a lot, and obviously I can't help it. I really can't help it, but that's just some of the nerves still coming through. But then as soon as I get right into it, it does kind of seem to dissolve away. And, it just kind of...
You've just said it.
I know. I was just about to say, again, but...
I was actually saying to him before, try not to say the word, because it's getting a bit repetitive. I said, because if you keep saying it, I'm going to send you a T-shirt, on it and print. Yeah, I mean, like I say, live streams, it's like... I was always more nervous with technical difficulties and stuff like that. But I always look at it like if you can talk about movies and you're in good company, it's an absolute doddle and it's a load of fun. It really, really is. Because I mean, the guys that I always like to talk on live streams are people I always think, well, I already watch their channels and I know all the guys that I sub to. I sub to those guys and I do sub to you two, well, all three of you guys. I sub to channels where I sort of think, if I was to meet that person in real life, I know I could have a really good conversation and talk movies.
Yeah.
They're the ones that I like to watch. Rather, it's more movie fan based rather than collect. People talking about steel books and people talking about special editions and stuff like that. You gotta have a little bit of knowledge on movies and stuff. So sometimes movie fans are more better suited to live streams, where collectors are kind of more suited to doing their own content. But sometimes if you get the best of both, people do collect a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
They know how to talk movies, then you would be an ideal guest, like the two of you.
Well, then
both are.
Some of the people that you refer to as collectors, Carlos, really are not collectors. They're kind of hoarders.
Hoarders, yeah.
Look what I have, and great. Probably don't even watch the bloody thing.
I've always had a saying. I've always had a saying, Alan. Especially nowadays with a lot of the newbies, be a movie fan first, then collect. Don't collect, buy everything and expect to be a movie fan. It don't work that way.
No.
No.
A lot of the old sort of generation were fans that watched movies in the cinema, rented movies out on VHS. Again, it depends your age. You bought DVDs, and that's how we become movie fans. So, I mean, again, like I say, everybody can buy every special edition out there. It doesn't mean that you're a movie fan at all. I always say it's physical media and movie talk related content always.
100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know who it was that said it. Somebody said a while ago, these streams are a little bit like meeting a few of your friends down the pub and just chatting movies. Was it yourself? Yeah. You actually said something sensible, did you?
Well, no, I mean, now and again I do. I mean, I won't say the person's name. We had a well-known gentleman in our community. We was doing a live stream, and we never had him on. And it got to the thing where he messaged me because, I don't know if I'm going to be the actual right guest. I said, no, you're going to be the absolute guest because you know the guy's career of movies. I said, he said, and he was a little bit nervous. And he'd been in the community a little bit longer than myself. I said, look, I know we've got the right guest. Look at it like this. When we do the live stream, it's not going to be movie knowledge. We're not going to put you on the spot. it's just going to be four guys like we are in the bar, having a drink, talking about football, but we're going to be on the live stream, just talking about movies back and forth, and that's all it is.
Yeah,
Works. It just works.
Yeah.
I mean, Marty, you wouldn't have thought Marty this was his first live stream because he looked that comfortable on it.
He's about 12 points of Guinness in him. In fact.
I can't get up.
Yeah.
The legs are gone.
Marty, I think you probably found what I did. The fact that I was watching all the streams for so long and commenting, like you know all the people in the chat, so you're amongst friends. So I mean, it's grand. There's no pressure, and
that's not. It made it good. All these guys are very easy going and easy and relaxed, and that kind of spreads through to me. And so like it's kind of was only kind of fitting in. It's easy to do when the guys yourselves are just so relaxed. So thanks very much again for having me on. It's been a great experience.
Yeah,
we'll do one again.
Yeah, definitely have to have you guys on again. Yeah, it's been an absolute joy. It really, really has.
There's worse things to do on a Friday night, and I'm going to do them shortly.
Oh, awesome.
Carlos has already got his minibar set up. It's just off camera.
No, I haven't been drinking. I've been hard at it in the gym the last couple of weeks, so I'm probably going to let that all go when we have that community meet up. But we'll see.
You hit on one of my nicknames there. I'm actually one of my previous jobs known as the minibar kid. Because I used to work in the off license business, and a gang of us were brought away by one of the breweries to Amsterdam a few years ago. And you know the way you're in a group, there's always one fucking dickhead. You know, it has to be totally obnoxious, has to order champagne and brandy from the bar, but take the piss out of the hosts and all that. And he just drove everybody insane. We were going back to the hotel, and he passed out. Literally 3 of us had to carry him into the hotel, find out what room he was in. We brought him upstairs. We fucked him on the bed and turned around, and there's the minibar open. So we said, right, lads, we all sat down. We drank fucking everything in him, even the Coke, even the chocolate, the whole lot, and fucked the whole lot on top of him on the bed and left him there.
In the state.
Left him there. And he wakes up the following. He had to pay them something like 400 quid because we were told going over, you know, we look after you when you're out, but if you touch anything in the minibar, that's down to you. Yeah, you hit the fork out something like 350, 400 quid or something like that. And the number of times that fuck me if I remember drinking any of that shit, I must have been out of my fucking head. We were, absolutely, mate. You didn't know what fucking day of the week it was.
But it's a story. It's a story, isn't it?
Be just my luck if he's watching this fucking stream.
We're sitting there going, "What absolute bastard!" But no, as I say, it's been an absolute joy to have you on. It's been an absolute joy to read your comments in the comments section as well. It's been great to have. Yeah, I couldn't be more happy with how this has gone. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, lads. Thank you in the comments for joining us. I hope you had a blast watching us as much as we've had trying to entertain you, short of trying to do the full Monty. And on that note,
and we will be back in April.
Yes, the end of April with more announcements, mainly from Arrow and sets. And hopefully, we'll have some more really good announcements, and Carlos will be grilling his sauces to tell him what's coming next, or he'll feed them to the fishes. And on that note, it's a very, very good night from all of us here on Always Physical.
And physical media is not dying, you know.
It lives.
It lives.
It lives.
Take care, guys.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks
Have a good weekend. Be safe no matter what you do.